Just
Also, I started watching Transylvania, or what is it called?
Castlevania.
Oh my gosh,
Hotel Transylvania?
I know, right? What's it called? The stupid
Castlevania, is that what you said it's
Castlevania.
called?
Oh my gosh, thank you. So I started watching Castlevania, and I kept thinking like, what did we do in D&D? What was like the last thing we did in Curse of Strahd? I was like, well, I think we were going to the town of Wallachia. I was like, wait, Wallachia? That doesn't sound right. Oh, that's the town. That's the town in Castlevania, not the one in Curse of Strahd.
Valaki and Wallachia.
I know.
That's pretty close.
That is very similar.
I think they based a lot of Curse of Strahd off of Castlevania. And so I actually do feel like I'm getting a lot of spoilers just by watching the TV show.
I'm sure you're not.
We'll see.
I'm curious as to what you think's a spoiler, but I don't want you to tell everyone because then I'll obviously be like, yeah, no, that's a big spoiler. Yeah,
Well, the problem
ruins
is
the whole plot.
Yeah, so there's this female lead that you meet very early on, and she is very closely tied together with like why Dracula essentially like turns on the human race. And he was like in love with her, and I'm like, this sounds really familiar. Like, I'm a little nervous about all this.
Well, there's enough freedom for me to do whatever I want.
Yeah,
it, so.
for sure.
I mean, powerful men, they always have some creepy love interest. That's just how the world works.
Every powerful man does.
Mm-hmm.
Ben, when you rise to fame, I'm gonna look for your creepy love interest.
Oh, yeah. Just watch out.
Gaddafi and Condoleezza.
Oh, man. Guys, it's been so long.
Yeah, I'm trying to catch myself up. I can't even imagine what Brandon's going through.
So I did write a campaign, like previously on, so that we can remember what happened.
That's good.
I had to do it for myself so that I had to, because I was like, what did I do with this whole story? Because I have changed quite a bit from the book too. Like overarching stuff is definitely the book, but for each individual, I've kind of made up their own plot stuff. So hopefully I get it all right. I'm sure I'm going to forget things that I've already told you. And so I might be like, oh, that's a secret. It's like, oh, wait, you guys already know? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, it'll just be, we'll be like, is that true or is that false?
And then I'll probably assume you know things that you don't already know, too. And just drop plot points.
Oh, I did want to send you, I wanted to send you a picture for my character, because as much fun as it is using that tiny little thing that I never found.
Oh, I actually have added the one that's on
good.
D&D Beyond, if you'd like to use that instead.
I would. I just always lose my character.
Yeah.
Can anybody hear me?
I hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go. Should be good now. Parker.
Yep, I see it, and yep, I can move it. Jameson was itching to get in that Gaddafi jab. You weren't able to do it verbally.
No, I've been talking that whole time. Telling you guys about Google tabs and all this stuff.
Oh, is there music now?
Well,
There was all
and
throughout, I thought.
Oh,
where's your audio input just or output not hooked up? Input?
I think that sometimes what happens is if my mic isn't like fully set up when I launch Discord, it just can't figure it out, and I just need to sign out and sign back in again.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's all set. Like, I don't really change any settings. It's just I just have to sign out and sign back in.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
one thing that's fun is since I've started recording the D&D sessions, I get analytics on all the videos, so I can see what the average amount of time that somebody watches the video is. The first video is the one that's the most watched, and the average watch time is 3 minutes and 45 seconds. So
Love it.
I watched it for like, I think the whole thing, because there's 2 parts, right?
yeah.
So some of that is probably just people finding it and hoping in it and then closing it.
Yeah, I can actually see where someone stops watching. Like it has a little graph that's like someone stops watching and it drops down.
So that's how you know where to place your ads.
I think that's actually it. I think you're right.
Right before that.
Yeah, I think you're probably right.
I wondered why. Yeah, because that's whenever I'm watching like a video and it's like, oh, here comes the big thing, and then it happens, and then I probably would stop watching the video. But right before the big thing happens, there's an ad.
Yeah.
I'm like, now I got to see what the big thing is.
Find out in the next 5 seconds what happens. Well, I've been watching a lot of the NHL playoffs are going on right now, and so I've been watching a lot of the highlights because I don't have time to watch the whole game. And what they've been doing is they will do an ad as somebody is shooting the puck in midair, and they'll do an ad break right before it hits the goalie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
It's horrible.
Is it like the Google inserted ads, or are they like running it in the footage?
I don't know, but it takes a break and pauses the video to do that.
Yeah. I think that's one of the biggest problems with, like, I hate all advertising generally, but one of the biggest problems with Google or with like YouTube inserted ads is it takes like almost no account of what's happening in the video. It just like cuts in and you're just like, oh, that was a terrible time to do that.
Yeah.
So how long do we have? 5:30 is when we need to stop? Is that true?
Yeah. So
Awesome.
3 hours 15 minutes.
Sweet. Well, are we rolling, Parker?
Yeah, we've been on actually for 13 minutes.
Whoa.
Awesome. Wow.
All my nose picking was on camera.
No, actually, I don't have you on camera. Let me reconnect. Okay, now I got you on camera.
Oh, I didn't know he was on camera. I want to reconnect now too. But that might break everything.
Yeah, I don't know.
That actually happened when we were doing West Marches. Evan had been videoed for a long time, and I hadn't reconnected, so you don't join the video until like the last 30 minutes of the video.
Oh, jeez. I'm sorry. Yeah.
No, it's my fault.
I blame both of you.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay. So I definitely prepped a ton,
That's too bad.
and I'm sure it's the wrong stuff once we get into it.
I think it's impossible to prep anything right. At this point, I've come to that conclusion.
And
Well, and
feel
when
free
we-
to-
When we left off last time, you gave us like a couple different routes, I think. Is where we left off, is you being like, you could go this way, or you could go this way.
That's true. A little bit. I think you got some overall goals. Also, I have not prepped an encounter, but feel free to fight anything you see. And I'll just need a couple minutes to make an encounter out of it. I did prep a little recap so we could remember the story to date. So previously on Curse of Strahd, Wayne, Lorin, Mace, and Eli, for different reasons, found themselves caught in the land of Barovia. They encountered the stranger there, who had trouble keeping his memory until the group provided him with some stability. Mace was quickly stolen away. The group sought to help the daughter of the late burgomaster in the local village to get safety from the vampire that was tormenting her, Strahd. They encountered the vampire who welcomed them to Barovia. They then escorted Irina to Vallaki, tried to reconsecrate the church, and in the process, her brother Ismark and the priest Father Petrovic were both killed by agents of Strahd or Strahd himself. The group left Vallaki to take Irina home. They had their Taroka card reading performed by Madame Ava and ate some delicious dream pies. Upon returning to Vallaki, they were confronted with the deal they had made to become heroes of Vallaki. They participated in a festival that hurt their one true friend in this forsaken land, Lars. Wayne parted ways with the group, while the rest went to look into the problems with the local winery. They met a gnome named Trix along the way and fought off some werewolves. The winery was overrun by stick creatures and druids, and the group cleansed the winery of their presence, but Trix fell to her own curiosity and the freezing nature of brown mold. Seeking to revive her, the group traveled to an abbey above the city of Kresk to meet a holy man. The abbot they met was an odd mixture of holiness and madness, and his methods for bettering the world were unnatural. Resurrection was attempted, but failed, as Trix's soul was lost for good. However, a reunion took place shortly thereafter. Mace and Eli reunited. Mace revealed that the wolf that stole him away took him to this place where he was reunited with his parents, a catatonic mother and a father who serves the abbot in the hopes that his lover would ever recover. They also met a strange traveler named Esmeralda who was seeking out her old mentor, Rudolf van Richten. Meeting this Vistani may have been foretold in their card reading. They also found the Tome of Strahd, an old journal containing more information about the history of what happened to the man known as Strahd von Zarevich. Mace rejoined the group as they traveled back to the winery. The winery's owner, Davian, once again asked for help in retrieving a magic seed gem from some druids on a nearby hill to the winery. The group agreed and Davian joined. They found a group of druids and berserkers bringing a tree blight to life with some incantation. Strahd watched the battle and provided some commentary. The stranger snapped his new dark staff in two and decimated the blight. They then returned to the local winery to rest. I think that's where we left off. Anybody want to correct me where we exactly left off? Because I could be wrong about that.
We talked to Davian about the wizard across the lake, and he told us about some paladins of an ancient order who are keeping some kind of a dragon keep, possibly. So there was, but yeah, I think that's where we were, right?
Yeah, we had a little conversation. I remember we listened to Davian for a bit, and I think we spent the night, right?
I think so. I think you did rest.
Oh yeah, Parker.
I did go through every room in the house.
How could we forget about that?
Well, it wasn't a major plot. It wasn't a major plot point because nothing really happened. But
I feel like it was.
There's definitely major stuff that some minor stuff I left out.
Yeah, some character points. That's okay.
We're at level 7, right?
Level 7. Yep.
I can't believe we're at level 7.
Right. I totally leveled up.
What level am I?
Only you know.
That will just take me a second. But I'm happy to continue on.
Okay,
Remind
so
me the Stani woman is
Esmeralda?
Yeah.
You guys met her in Kresk. She was she knew of this land and was coming to search out Rudolf van Richten, who she had as a mentor earlier in her life. She's visiting this land because she thinks he might just be crazy enough to take on the vampire that lives here. She's somewhat familiar with the land, but it has either been a long time or she isn't. So she's new to it, at least again.
And where is she presently? What did we leave her in
She
Chest?
no, so yeah,
We
she
said we were
said
gonna
she
meet
was
up,
going
right?
to meet in Vallaki.
Okay.
Huh, we got options, boys.
So you wake well rested after a night that Davian was sharing some information with you about an old order of paladins and I forget the other thing he told you guys about.
Wizard
Dragon,
across
wizard,
the
wizard,
The wizard.
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 Dang it!
Well, I'm interested in paladins, I think. What do you guys think about our next steps?
I mean, we can go to the paladins if you like, but do you think that we're gonna keep Esmeralda waiting in Vallaki, or do we just go
Yep.
do something else?
Oh, yeah, we should go pick her up, at least, before we do something.
We want to go check out the paladins. That's good by me. I'm all for it. I have no problem. I just no, we have a prior arrangement.
Mhm.
Eli's gonna look at the stranger when they talk about going to Vallaki, and kind of raise an eyebrow.
I am really good at picking up on social cues, and then probably just nod my head nervously, like.
Kuvalaki it is.
All right.
Oh, we still have that cart.
So you find Davian. Davian's with his family. So when you guys kind of awake, you don't find anybody around. But as you search out, you find him in one of the fields with the family, and he is planting that seed that you guys had acquired.
Okay, let's take a moment and just appreciate it.
Are we?
That's
You
a
guys
nice.
do so.
Is this a meditation moment where we're being very mindful about planting the seed and what the consequence or the future consequences of that may be?
Mace, we're focusing.
What are we focusing on? Anyway,
The
Davian,
beauty of
tell
nature.
me this. Just one question for you. You're planting the seed in the ground. What's stopping something from coming by and taking that seed again?
To be honest, nothing.
All right.
I wish we were more protected, but we've lost. I mean, we had 3 seeds and we lost all 3. But if it's not in the ground, it's not doing us any good.
It's a fair point. Well, if you need anybody to get any seeds back, you know who to call.
What do you expect the growing to be like from this? How long will it take?
The seed, it rushes the process, but there are still elements that are needed. Rain. There's no sunlight, so that's where the seed does the most amount of help. We've had a crop grow in 2 weeks with the right circumstances, and otherwise it might take a full month. But it's, I mean, quite fast here. So if we can keep the seed for long enough, we should be able to get our winery up and running again.
Wish you the best.
Thank you again. I'm eternally in your debt.
Do you mind if we take the cart again? We have a few few obligations in Vallaki.
Yes, that can work for me. We will need the cart once we are actually back up and running again. Could you deliver to the Blue Water Inn? We still have yet to make that delivery. We have but one wine barrel for them, which is not enough, but it is something.
I think we'd be able to get that to its destination.
And if you'll give the cart to Erwin, he'll know how to get it back to me.
Oh, perfect. That sounds like an arrangement.
Now, I can't ask you to do anything more for our group, but the wine that's in the other vats, we've determined it's poisoned. Can it be cleansed, or do I need to dump it all?
It can be cleansed. I will do that now.
I think also didn't the innkeeper offer us 400 gold to investigate the winery?
I think so. It was 300 or 400, so yeah.
Yeah.
That would be Erwin.
Yeah.
Yep. Lorin, as you mentioned that it can be done, his eyes widen. And you could do it? Could you today?
I studied last night and I have the spell. I can do it.
Crammed for the test right before. This will be great. I'm sure I'll get a C.
The family's all very excited because they were on their last 3 barrels and waiting on this harvest for any more. If this could be cleansed, they could be making additional barrels and additional deliveries. So they are in much better spirits than this somewhat hopeful, somewhat somber occasion of burying this singular magic seed. Kind of showed that they were. So excitedly, he kind of rushes inside and says, "Show me. I'd love to see it."
All right. So I go to the first barrel. I guess the one on the left.
Okay.
Boop. And I will go ahead and cast Purify Food and Drink. So it's instantaneous. All non-magical food and drink within a 5-foot radius sphere centered on this vat is purified and rendered free of poison and disease.
What does this spell look like?
Right, so I'll do a little bit of the hand wavy stuff, and then we see the wine kind of swirl, and does it change color at all? Was it discolored? I forgot.
It was not discolored. There is no visible difference to this, but you have cast the spell.
Well, there it is. Mace, come take a sip.
A drop of golden sunlight falls into it. You want me to take a sip? I think you might want to test your own work there, buddy. That might be something you need to do.
All right.
If you just studied the night before, I don't know if I'm willing to put my own life at risk.
I'll drink it. The stranger.
The stranger.
Stranger will drink it. Okay, Davian produces a goblet, and fills up some from the kind of the spigot there, and hands it to you.
And I drink the whole thing.
The whole thing. Okay. Constitution saving throw. I'm just kidding. No, you're good. You drink it. The taste is familiar to you because you did have some wine in the Blue Water Inn in Vallaki. and similar memories wash over you. You don't lose who you are, if that makes sense, or feel the presence of other beings inside of you. But you drink the poison, or you drink the wine that is not poison.
Definitely not.
Definitely not poison. Don't you have resistance to poison?
I have advantage against being a poison, so I figured that would help.
Okay. No roll. It is not. It is no longer poisoned.
While they're all
Great.
doing that as well, I just want to go like sidle up to Eli and just say just whisper why are they, if they're not getting any money from this or they're not getting anything from this, why are they so excited to start having wine again? Like what are they getting out of this?
I've been thinking the same exact thing.
I tell you what, last night I did a bit of snooping and I found a chest up in one of the rooms and it was locked. And I think they're holding out on us a bit, if I'm being honest.
I think the stranger can open locks.
Well, I don't know if he'd be willing to do it, but it's something to think about in the future.
Okay, I'll keep in mind.
Okay, I'm gonna move to the next vat and cast it again.
All right.
And-
It
Which-
takes
which-
again. You purify another vat.
Stranger, would you like to taste test it?
If you would like.
Yes,
Yes.
stranger's getting drunk over here.
I was gonna say. Okay, so he drinks a second glass of wine. You do the third as well.
Yep, same thing.
All right. And stranger, do you drink a
Happy to
third glass of
be-
wine?
Yeah, happy to be the tester.
Do you have
Great.
advantage on being poisoned? Because,
This isn't poison. It's just drunk. So.
but isn't that what drinking
Is that not poison?
Just poisoning yourself. That's it.
Sure. Let's do advantage on a Constitution saving throw.
So okay, three cups will do it for me, huh?
First
All right,
roll,
Sure. I don't. Three
First
glasses
roll
of
in a
wine.
week.
I don't know.
You may be like one after the other like that.
Take a
Pounding
shot,
wine.
shots of wine.
There's no
Um,
sip to see if it's poisoned. It's just the whole thing.
Good roll.
All right. Yeah. You keep your wits about you.
Standing strong.
Nice.
Right.
Davian and family will be filling up another casks for you to take to the Blue Water Inn.
I'll say,
So you
remind
can
me
take
to
two.
never get into a drinking contest with that one.
I don't
Love
even
it.
know if he gets drunk.
Just like I said, don't get into a drinking contest.
Okay. The wine has been cleansed. The cart is loaded with 2 barrels of their wine and 1 barrel of your wine. Is that right?
Ours is the poison one, right?
The marked barrel. Yep.
Yeah, I didn't say that, Alice. That's just
Yeah, sorry,
fine.
Parker's asking. That's the poison.
Yeah, that's the poisoned one.
Is that one poisoned?
The mark on it just says poison.
It's a skull and crossbones.
Yeah.
Oh, that's just the family sigil. Yeah, everyone else is dead in my family. I don't know why.
Eli scratches out the thing that says poison and writes in regular underneath it.
Just
Definitely
not.
poison.
I was gonna say not poison with a line through it to make it even more confusing.
Wait, is it not poisoned
not
or is it not
poison? But yeah, the cart can be yours. Horses are hitched up. Davian sends you with his thanks. So who's at the reins of this cart?
I think Lorin drove it last time, right?
I think so. I do have a bit of animal handling under my belt. I'm happy to do it.
Okay. You start along the way that is familiar to you. Roll an animal handling check.
Eli says, "I've got a little bit of animal handling under my belt too."
Hey!
And he nudges Mace in the
Ah,
shoulder.
ow. Oh, yeah. Hey!
Okay, yeah, the cart picks up and is going at a good speed. You guys left relatively early in the morning and feel good about the amount of time that you guys can take. You leave the winery and go through the somewhat dense forest before you come upon a familiar crossing. Let me pull up the description of that crossing.
Who was it that had the axe from the tree?
Oh, I still have it.
Did you attune to that?
I mean, I don't know if I attuned to it, but I definitely held onto it for the night. I forgot about that. Thanks, Lauren. Or Ben, Lauren, you know, whoever you are.
Yeah, I mean, it's a
Yeah.
beautiful axe. I wouldn't want it to go to waste.
Yeah, no, I don't want it to go to waste either. That's why I'm gonna make sure we get its value out of it, whatever, you know, that may mean.
Hey, I'd be willing to give you some value for it.
All right. Well, let's
Um,
let me think on it. What I
Alright.
guess what's your initial offer?
uh, about 40 gold.
40 gold. I mean, I dug this thing out from the trunk of a cursed and demonic tree. I'll think about it, but for right now I'm gonna hold on to it, but I'll keep your offer in mind.
Okay. I mean, what would you want for it?
Oh, something like this. I mean, normally if I was selling this back on the road, it'd be something like 500 gold, something in that range.
Mace, I'll tell you one thing. The merchants in these parts are not very generous, and you look awfully silly carrying that thing around.
Well, you look
It's
awfully
true,
silly. You look awfully silly all the time, so that's, I guess, the difference.
Yeah.
It is true. I've tried to sell quite a few things, and they are borderline insane when it comes to their prices.
Well, tell you what, I'll keep the 40 gold offer in mind. And if I get something better, then I might take it, but otherwise, you're first on the waiting list. How about that?
I love waiting lists. How about what is there something that you are looking for? Any sort of item? Or
Oh,
we could do a trade.
Lorin, what I'm looking for, I doubt that you have access to. But right now, I guess the easiest thing is... Gold was probably the best thing you could do, and gold is what I'm looking for as of right now, if we're thinking that way.
All right.
Eli's going to try to subtly point his finger towards the stranger, and I'm going to cast message, and I'm going to whisper at the stranger with message. What do you think? What do you think happens if we tell them about this idea with the Baron and the barrel? You can whisper back.
Okay, I just in my head, I guess I say, well, I don't know Mace well, but he doesn't seem opposed to not the cleanest work, but I do think Lorin would I'm gonna forget her name. Lady Wachter? Is that right?
Mhm.
I think Lorin
That's right.
prefers that Lady Wachter would be in charge, but I don't like that scheme either. I think, to answer you directly, I don't think they would rat us out. I think we could talk openly about it.
You get another whisper in your head and says, "This only lasted for 6 seconds. I missed a whole lot of that." Do it again.
I think we
No,
could
I
do
got. Yeah.
Well, I think silence.
You did think we can tell them, or no?
I do.
6 seconds is up again.
Yeah, I think that was a real life 6 seconds imposed there. It's kind of perfect.
I gotta count that out.
Nice.
See, I don't know if I find out anything about the axe, but I held on to it at least. I wouldn't say I was messing with it or anything like that.
Okay, then I won't reveal anything about it yet.
Sounds good. I'm gonna add it to my inventory just so I don't forget.
So, and I'm talking to everybody now. What are y'all thinking? What if we were to maybe use this cask full of poison wine in Vallaki? What if we were to maybe put it to a good use to help the people?
What do you mean by used it? I guess who are we using it on?
I don't know if you have any experience with them, but we ran into kind of a rough character there who was quite cruel and some would even say tyrannical.
Yep, sounds good. Let's do it.
Eli looks
think
over at Lorin.
The Baron does not take care of his own.
These are grave matters. But I do think it would be in the best interest of the town to dispose of that Baron. I think it may be something that Morning Lord might be okay with.
So that raises the question of what do we do? How do we make the situation better for us and maybe the people of Vallaki as well, but us a lot.
Well, definitely the people of Vallaki.
Yes,
Eli.
yes, definitely them first.
Well, what do you mean by make the situation better? In what
I
way
guess
are
we
you
don't
talking?
have to do that silly festival thing anymore.
Well, we have an offer from another of the nobles in town who wanted us to get rid of the Baron. As I see it, this is potentially a pretty massive amount of leverage over that person.
So you're
What
saying
What
that
do you mean leverage, Eli? I believe I don't think Lady Wachter would be any better of a leader with her admiration for Strahd in the long run. I think we could use her offer to frame her family and perhaps just establish something entirely better in Vallaki by getting rid of all of the old influences.
as remiss as I am to say it, I think the stranger has a good point. Why does anyone need to be in charge? Why does anyone need to take that place? If you trust the people enough to do what's right, then why can't they be the ones to do it?
You have never struck me as a communist before.
Are you talking to Mace?
Yes.
Well,
I'm shocked. I'm definitely shocked to learn that the stranger is a revolutionary.
I'm just
Well,
saying,
not actually.
if you're
Nothing shocks
trading-
me about the stranger anymore.
If you're trading one tyrant for another, you're not really doing much right. That being said, we can one step at a time. If we kill the or take care of the current leader, and it doesn't work out, then we just take care of the next leader and keep going until then, right?
That sounds significantly more risky.
Yeah, I think Eli has the skills to be able to plant evidence against Lady Wachter while we're moving against the Baron.
But who's going to care that Lady Wachter did it when the Baron's gone?
I was thinking Isaac, the captain of the town's guard.
Hmm.
Who is he loyal to, or is he not loyal?
All we know is that he fiercely seems to enforce the Baron's rules. I don't know who he'd be loyal to, but
It's
I would
hard to
assume
say.
the Baron.
It's hard to say if he's motivated by following the Baron himself or just by keeping the most people safe in the town. I don't know.
Well, I will say, if you cut off the head of the snake, what is the rest of the snake doing at that point in time? Do they care about, is there a new head, or does the body just flail about and become utter chaos? Which is fine, it's just, is that what we want?
My plan was to blackmail what's-her-face. But if you guys want to try something else, I'm open to it, as long as there's some kind of benefit in it for us.
Yeah, I know, I agree. I'm just thinking, if we blackmail whoever it is that, let's say someone else poisons or is framed for poisoning them. If we blackmail them, the only way you get blackmail is if anyone cares that the person who was poisoned was poisoned. If no one cares, then there's no blackmail.
I would think the captain of the guard would care if the burgomaster was poisoned.
Okay. All right. Well, then we have something.
But I'm not exactly a master planner.
You're
So as you guys
master debater.
As you guys are having this conversation is when you cross the Raven River crossroads, which you had seen before. It's where the bridge is that some of you had spent the night underneath it. There are different branches of the road. One heads to the north that you remember. Actually, no, so we're talking to the right of this now. So there's the one that heads to the north, quickly leading to a dirt path. One branch heads to the south. And then the branch that you're coming from heads west. And the way that you're going to Vallaki is heading east.
So
We're taking a new path, anyone?
I was confused because I thought we slept under this bridge over here.
Oh, is that true? Maybe
I thought that was the bridge as well.
No, you're right. Nope, you're right. I got the wrong bridge.
So which bridge are we at?
You are at this one for now, and
Oh,
so you saw the way that went south, this way that's somewhat of a dirt path that goes to the north. You guys are coming from the west, heading towards the east.
Y'all want to do some exploring to the north?
Are we not going to a place that you've already been?
I think it would be easiest to just go the way we know to Vallaki, but
Yeah.
All right, you non-adventurers.
Do you always just choose whatever is different?
Good way to get to know the world.
Oh, it's a good way to get killed.
In the
I have a
afternoon. Go ahead, sorry.
I have a feeling we'll get killed either way.
Yeah, but I'm not. I'd rather have it not be by the hands of this random fool.
All right, I'm turning north.
Wait a second. Really?
He is steering the cart.
Okay. You guys are heading north. Yeah, as a group, you see that Lorin has made a decision for all of you. What do you do?
I have no clue. I mean, I don't know where we're going.
Eli starts laughing exactly the way I did.
Okay. Let me
Yeah,
pull up
sure.
another
Sure,
chapter.
whatever. Why not?
Yeah,
Right,
I don't know the way.
a
I'm
chapter.
just going along.
Oh, okay, let me pull up some enemy sheets here.
I assume this is the way to Vallaki, so.
Okay. As you assume that, your assumption will probably falter relatively quickly as this road becomes much more difficult to travel. The potholes are much bigger. It is not a well-worn road like the other one has been.
What if we
But
just
it is
turn around?
passable.
Yeah, I mean, as long as we can keep doing the cart, keep going.
Yeah, the cart is just kind of bouncing, and you guys are a little worried about the wheels here or there, and
No.
in the back, who's riding in this and who's walking alongside.
I'd be riding
Eli
in it,
would
probably.
definitely be trying to ride in it, yeah.
Yep, same.
Yeah, I thought we were all just riding. I was
That makes
riding.
most sense. It takes a lot of work to make sure that these wine barrels aren't just crashing into each other and everything.
Lauren, what if we turn around? These wine barrels. We've only got a couple that we can deliver. Plus, we've got one that we maybe don't want spilling all over us. And
It's fine. And I cast
can I
mending
do like a?
cart just to
Can I
keep
do?
all the splinters together.
Cast what? Mending?
Mending. Just
Nice.
I
Okay.
touch the cart and cast mending. Uh,
Yeah, so you're able to keep those casks together quite well. Let me roll a d20 for fun.
Oh boy. Oh man.
Okay. Let me reveal some more area to you. So you guys continue up this dirt path, and you come to another branch where it could go. Let me just open this up. You see the lake, and you see a tower. Or you see a forest that you could continue. Let me read a little bit about the tower to the group.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You come to a cold mountain lake enclosed by misty woods and rocky bluffs. Thick fog creeps across the dark, still waters. The trail ends at a grass-covered causeway that stretches 100 yards across the lake to a flat, marshy island with a stone tower on it. The tower is old and decrepit, with collapsing scaffolds clinging to one side where a large gash has split the wall. Time-worn griffin statues, their wings and flanks covered with moss, perch atop buttresses that support the walls.
that tower's old.
Yeah. Okay. Can I do like maybe some sort of? How good do I have my bearings? Because like I can obviously see on the map where we're going, but like, do I know that we're headed north? And like, in my mind, that would trigger like that's where we met werewolf people before, and we had a hard time fighting them. But I don't know if I know that.
You could assume that.
Oh, good. Hey, Lauren, the farther we go this way, this is where we fought a bunch of werewolves and met Trix, is in these woods.
Aw, tricks. That was a good memory.
So
well,
as you are deciding which way to go, turning
Oh, boy.
around, going to the right, or heading towards this tower that you now see.
We're ambushed by werewolves.
One of the wheels of the cart just falls off,
Mother Nature.
and you are dead in the water.
All right. Well, I'm gonna get off the cart and put it back on and mend it. Some mending.
Okay,
So
so
I assist him or something.
yeah, so who's like it's fallen over on its side, and it's gonna need some lifting, and there's gonna need some work to be done on this. So, how you can't just throw the wheel on yourself.
How far away from the tower are we?
Let's see, does it say about how far?
Or so.
It says the causeway is 100 yards across the lake. So, and you haven't turned, so you're probably another 100 or 200 yards from that.
Okay.
So,
I'm gonna go just look at the tower and see, like, what it's all about. Like, why is it there, or if there's anyone in there. Not like go close to it, but try to view it from the distance and see that. Stay close to the cart.
okay. Roll an investigation check.
Oops.
And Eli will hop off the cart.
Yeah, I'm ready to help Lorin whenever Mace is done.
I didn't go that far.
22.
Stranger, I think you may be right. This road doesn't seem very passable. So once we fix this, we can go back to the main road.
You ever made a 20-point turn with horses before?
Yeah, I think you unhitch the horses, you turn the cart around without them.
Good point. Good point.
So, Mace, it's hard to tell if anyone lives here. It looks so old and decrepit, but there's no obvious signs of current life, but doesn't mean that someone couldn't be holed up in there. You would guess it's about 4 stories, and it reminds you of something like a wizard's tower. But you are not.
Okay.
But you don't know anything about its use or anything else at this point.
While that's all happening, while they're fixing the cart as well, I'll sidle up to Lorin a bit and I'll just say, hey, I'm not 100% sure, but I know you like this axe, and there might be something like this axe in that tower there. I think maybe once upon a time somebody may have lived there. I don't know if they're there anymore, but yeah, there might be some shiny things in there if you want to take a little detour.
Well done.
You're a very persuasive little man. I think you may be right.
Can I hear this?
I'm not trying to be super secretive about it, so probably.
You want to take a closer look, Mace?
I will go. If we're going back to Vallaki, I understand we're meeting somebody there, so if we want to go there, we go there. That's fine, but just we're already here, so, you know.
Do you think there's any evil in there that needs destroying?
What do you mean by evil?
You know, ghouls, skeletons, vampires.
General evil.
Well, I didn't see anything in there, but that's the way of evil, though. Evil doesn't hide in the light, right? It hides in the dark, so you got to go searching for it. It doesn't usually show you right up front where it is.
Can we put the wheel on the wagon and park it on the side of the road at least?
Yeah.
All right.
So the wheel is on. You're able to do that. The mending spell is helpful because you find that some pieces had broken and splinters had gone places, and it takes some time to find those. But the mending spell is crucial, and without that, would not have gotten this cart back up and running. So you're able to do it, and you can park it if you so choose.
All right. Okay,
We-
we're just gonna go in and out. Quick job.
Yeah.
Kill the evil.
Yep.
Get the magic stuff, and we'll go back to the lock.
Yeah, quick
Well,
job.
we are looking for who I think might have been one of my previous companions, the Mad Mage of Mount Beartalk. Was supposed to live along the lake somewhere. I thought it was on the north side, but
Yeah, I think it's on the north side.
maybe
what
this is where he used to hang out or something like that. I don't know.
If what I've heard from people and from the stories I've listened to, this might be a tower that powerful magic users have used before. So, but that's just what I've heard. I could be wrong.
Let's go.
Huzzah!
All right. Yeah, you get a better look the closer. Sorry, go ahead.
I walk over to Mace and I say, what would I say? Well, I don't know if we've ever done this before. I'm like, hey Mace, I learned a new trick. Come here.
Okay.
And I will cast invisibility on him.
Ooh. I guess I notice I disappear, right?
You don't notice yourself anymore. So yeah, you disappeared.
What the? Where'd you learn to do that? This is.
Yeah, it's been a wild ride, Mace. Let me tell you.
Oh well, this will make things a lot easier. I tell you what, rather than putting everybody at risk, let me go in, or at least do a perimeter check, search around. I can do a quick look inside. No one will see me. I'll be in and out real quick. I can tell you what I see, and then we can decide for sure if we want to go in. How does that sound?
That's assuming you can get inside, but it sounds good to me.
True. If nothing else, I'll just skirt around the outside of it real fast and see if there's anything that I can see.
Does that sound good to you, Lorin?
Oh, yes. Go ahead. Do the Scouty Scout thing.
Okay, so my plan is as follows. I'm going to go approach the tower, look around the perimeter, and then try the front door. First step is look around the perimeter and just see if I see anything that looks dangerous or harmful in any way.
Okay. First, roll a perception check, and also, how close to the tower do you get?
Probably like an arm's length away, so I'm just skirting around.
I'll cast
the
guidance
outside.
on you first, too.
Guidance lasts 6 seconds, I think. Or does it last? No, it lasts a minute.
I don't actually know.
You're good.
Yeah.
One
Take
minute.
6. Yeah. Okay. So, how close do you get to the tower?
Yeah,
So you must be basically on the island as well, right?
Yeah, I get onto the island for sure. I at least start onto the island.
And Lorin, do you as well, in order to give him that kind of full minute of walking around it?
Sure.
Okay. What about the rest of you? Eli, Stranger, are you guys just on the causeway?
I guess I thought we were still on the beach, but I could be convinced to go further.
Okay, so
maybe?
you're 100 yards away from the island.
Is guidance a D4?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
And Eli would try to make it, or try to convince, nudge the stranger and Lorin, if he's there with us, to try and look like we're not interested in the tower, like we're checking out the shore or something.
Oh yeah.
Oh, what?
Okay.
This tower? I didn't even notice it.
skipping rocks.
Some really cool looking fish down there. We were thinking about it. That's my plan anyway.
So 25 is my perception.
Okay.
Nice.
So the first thing you perceive is as you get close to the tower, you become visible.
Ah,
Dang it. I had a feeling.
You see that the tower stands about 80 feet tall. You see enough windows to determine that it has 4 levels, each of them about 20 feet high. Second, third, and fourth floors have arrow slits that are about 6 inches wide, 3 feet tall, and 1 foot thick. The tower's uppermost level overhangs the levels below it. It also has window boxes in addition to those arrow slits. And you see the griffins that are atop the buttresses are covered in moss. This does look very old and decrepit, and that's all you're able to determine. You also do see the tower door, which I will show to you.
Yeah.
Let's see what I can say about it. The tower door is made of iron with no visible handles or hinges. In the middle of the door is a large embossed symbol, a connected series of lines with 8 stick figures set around it. Carved into the lintel above the door is a word, Khazan, Khazan.
Okay, noting all that, I'm going to try to just do a quick perimeter check around the whole thing and try to do it sneakily, of course, and try to see if I notice anything alive or anything moving, I guess, beyond what I've already seen.
Roll a stealth check.
Okay. Do I still have guidance or is it gone?
Gone. You use it one time.
Cool. Oh, 12.
You don't notice anything living. This feels very abandoned.
Okay, after all that, I will go back to the group and I'll say, all right, well, doesn't look like anything's moving on the inside. I didn't try the front door because I'm not sure. Some word called Khazan is written on the front of it, and there's some symbols. It's like a bunch of triangles all together, as well as some symbols that I don't know what they are. You all seem more knowledgeable about magic, but I'm not willing to try it on my own. It could be trapped. I'm not sure, but if we're gonna try the front door, it's written Khazan is on it and a bunch of symbols. So something to think about.
Lorin, does Kazan mean anything to you, or what you've read about?
Yeah, does it ring any bells, friend?
It does not.
Oh no, never mind.
No, it doesn't. Sounds like maybe some pagan magic, but I don't know. Well, should we check it out?
Yeah. Well, we're here already.
Okay, I'm gonna walk up to the door. I'll look at it. Yep, definitely pagan magic. Anyone want to try these dance moves?
Oh, well, yeah, look at that.
Yeah, it just kind of look like it just shows you an order, but how do we know which way's front ways and which way's back ways?
I was gonna say we could try them both, but maybe the wrong way is a trap.
Wait, you think they're dance moves?
Like certain arm gestures, if you trace the line.
These
As
aren't like symbols. They're actual people.
What happens if we just knock on it? There's also a knocker.
I don't know. I feel like maybe I just want to walk up and like trace my finger along the line. I don't know. I feel like this is a good idea, and maybe I'm hopeful some sort of, I don't know. I might sense something. I walk forward and I start tracing my finger from the line along the line from the top left one. Anything happen?
Yeah, how close is everybody else to the door when the stranger does this?
I'm
I mean, you guys are all inspecting it, so
Yeah,
Pretty
I'm
close,
probably
seems
only
like.
5 feet away, probably.
I was gonna say
Um,
10.
I'm close enough to see the knocker, but I don't know. I'm not avoiding it, so probably about 10. Yeah.
All right. I need everyone to roll a dexterity saving throw
Is
with
it? Oh, never mind.
disadvantage if you are wearing armor.
All right. What if you're made of metal?
That's definitely going to be disadvantage too.
What did the stranger say? I feel like this is a good idea.
Yeah.
No, I was
As
hopeful
he
that I would have a flashback of some.
Oof. Mine is 8.
So it's a dexterity save.
dexterity saving throw with disadvantage if you're wearing armor.
Ooh.
With
I'm trying to look
of
at.
metal.
I forgot what all my abilities
Oh wait,
are.
metal armor?
Yeah.
Oh well, it doesn't matter. My first roll was an 8, so I'm not at disadvantage, but nonetheless I got an 8.
Okay.
So I just got this thing, and so and I am made of metal, though. So like, you can rule this how you want, but I did just get evasion, where I like get extra help on dex saving throws. So
Yeah, so that will counteract, so you just do a straight roll. Do you have
because
to
I'm
use something for the evasion, or does it just happen? Does it take a
says
key point? Or...
when you're subjected to an effect that allows you to make a dex saving throw to take only half damage, you instead take no damage if you succeed and half damage if I fail.
Ah, okay. You still have disadvantage on
Oh,
the
I guess that's true.
roll. Yep.
Thanks for setting me straight.
Yeah. You just auto succeed on it, which is cool.
Dex. Okay, I am getting there. All right, here's my first and
Oh, we're at
disadvantage.
disadvantage. Oh no, I'm not at disadvantage.
Yeah. Okay, Eli and Mace, you take 22 points of lightning damage. The rest of you take half, except the stranger, who takes none because of evasion. As the stranger becomes this conduit of electrical energy coming from the door as he traces his finger across this line. And everyone gets this just lightning shock that kind of runs through you.
Like knock us over.
You can see that now that it's been activated, the lightning continues to go. So those of you that were 10 feet away can have kind of stepped back and realize you're out of it, but the lightning is continuing. So if for those that are close enough, Mace and Stranger, you're gonna have to roll at least another time while this lightning effect continues.
And I
as you're backing away from the door.
If I see the lightning continuing to go, I'd like to try and, if I have time to, cast Bardic Inspiration on Mace.
Yeah.
If not, that's fine.
We can do like a pseudo initiative, so yeah, you can use that for Mace.
I'd like to cast the spell too. That's all right.
What spell is that?
Aid. Just like a healing spell, basically.
Okay. You and this is while you're still in the lightning.
I think.
Lorin got
After
knocked
you
I guess
backed out.
I was 10 feet back. I think I would back out first.
Okay. So you're backing out. Eli is backing out and casting Bardic Inspiration on Mace.
It is a
Mace
bonus
and
action if that matters.
Sure. Yeah, that makes sense. Mace and Stranger, even if you're wanting to leave this space, you'll need to roll at least just one more time dexterity saving throw.
And I think you can use a D6 if you want to, Parker.
That was supposed to be plus. I'm going to roll +7. I'll roll twice more for
Disadvantage.
Whoa!
Okay. 14, and then
Oh, my
Mace
mic's
gets
been muted this whole time I've been talking. Yeah, I'm going to be unconscious no matter what, but I am going to use the Bardic Inspiration. Because otherwise, I might be dead. So, it's a 29.
no, I did a bad
Wow.
thing.
That's really
Okay,
good.
Mace takes 11 lightning damage.
Yep,
the
I'm
stranger
unconscious.
would take 22. But because of your evasion, you will take 11 as well.
All right, Mace drops unconscious.
How do you not have? That's too few hit points. You must have more than that.
No, I don't. I have 31.
At 7th level. At 7th level?
Yeah.
Can
I feel like
I'm
you
gonna
might have
try-
done math wrong.
I just use D&D Beyond. I use standard. I don't even roll.
Okay. Terrible
gonna-
constitution.
I'm gonna
I
try
have
to
a negative
grab
1
him.
to Constitution, yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
grab him and try to drag him out the rest of the way as I'm moving.
Yeah, you
I
can
have
do so.
lots of
So you're outside of the. You can all be outside of the lightning effect now.
Lorin's or Mace or I can't remember my own
Whatever
name.
I am.
Eli's like freaking out. He's like, Lorin, can you get him?
Yeah. So I'm gonna cast Aid.
Okay.
That'll do. I believe that's 15 hit points. To all three of you.
Oh, is it like temporary hit points or just healing?
Hold on. You get 15. I believe you get 15. So each target's hit point maximum and current hit points increase by 5. Well, that's first level. 15 for the duration. So for the next 8 hours, your maximum and current hit points are increased by 15.
And it's not temporary hit points; they're actual hit points.
Whoa.
How does
So
that
however
work?
you want to track that.
I'll
I don't know
give
how it works in
myself-
D&D Beyond, but
I'll give myself 15 temp HP, but just know that
That
that's
works.
my max HP.
that works.
There is a max. Oh yeah, if you just put it in,
Max HP modifier. It's
Yeah.
just boosted.
if you
Oh,
click on
okay,
your
perfect.
health, there's a max XP modifier.
Awesome.
Cool. Yep. There it is.
Cool
Excellent.
spell.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So all of you feel this this aid from Lorin and Mace. You awaken a little charred.
First thing I say is, we've got to find a way in there.
Eli immediately slaps him and says,
No, listen.
"Hell no, we do not.
No, listen. What? I thought
We are getting out of here."
Listen, I thought that'd be easy. Smash and grab, in and out. But there's something in there. Why would somebody put a lightning trap in front of something that's worthless? There is something great in there. And maybe, I don't know, I think the stranger might be right. We go do those dance moves. We'll be just fine.
And you
Just
do them in
don't
the
touch-
wrong order, and you die again.
Well, I don't die again, but somebody might, but we have Lorin here to help.
All right, we'll all stand a little further back, and let's see. Do people read from left to right or right to left in this world?
So I feel like
No, just follow the lines. Follow the lines.
I'm gonna feel like with the arms up at the that's when it's on, and arms down is when it's off. So I think we should go from arms up position
Yes.
and then end at arms down position because that would turn off the lightning switch.
Absolutely.
Is it-
That sounds
Is
wonderful.
is it still crackling with like electricity?
It is. It's still shooting out electricity in a 10-foot radius of the door. As you guys have this conversation.
Okay, we'll stand.
Just
15 feet out. Eli, you're a natural performer.
Oh, great!
I don't even know what that means in this regard. Oh, you're gonna make Eli go dance?
Yeah.
Well, no, I mean, listen, we have the... I think the stranger's right. I think he knows how to do it. Also, he's the quickest out of all of us. He
That's true.
seems to be able to dodge away from it.
And he's got resistance to this thing. So
I think he's
that's
the
a
one
good-
that does it.
Okay.
I
I'll do
will.
it. Plus, we'll be able to tell if it turns off because it's already shooting lightning everywhere. So
Yes.
we'll have a way to measure if we were successful.
Absolutely.
Eli lets out an enormous, incredibly overdramatic sigh, and then like springs into life and gets a big smile, fake smile on his face, and does a little skip around the stranger and goes, "You're going to survive this. Please don't get shocked." And I'm gonna give him a bardic inspiration.
Nice.
You can feel your joints quicken.
Yeah, it's like our night in the Vallaki town square, where we brought joy to everyone by what were we doing? Something about like I don't know, making a man almost die.
Yeah.
In
And
the
we had
galley.
some severed heads. Yeah, severed heads, and
Nothing brings up spirits like that.
So I'll step
only
up-
this time, if you screw it up, you'll die.
Yay!
I have 45 hit points still. I'll be fine.
And you can use that. I think the way it works is you can use those bardic inspirations after you roll, but before Brandon tells you what happens.
Cool. Well, I'm gonna step up to the edge of the crackling radius.
Okay, so you're not getting shocked.
Yeah, not getting shot.
Okay.
And then I do a little bit of this, and then I
Okay.
do a little bit of this, and that,
Okay.
and then that, and then I go like this, and then I go like this, and then I go like this, and then I go like that.
Hey, Macarena.
Says a voice from one of the arrow slits.
What the? Who was that?
All right. So it's been just a couple of minutes since you guys all had the shock and kind of backed away and made this plan. The effect still continues as you finish that dance.
No, but I did it so wonderfully.
It seems like you might have to be. Do you have to be closer?
It's either that or reverse order.
I'm gonna cast Bless on you and be like, okay, I'm blessing you to avoid this lightning. You gotta get in there and do it closer.
Oh,
And
so that will like
Wait.
be a barrier or something?
Wait. Hold on. Before you do,
what?
I pull out a handful of ball bearings. And I say, all right.
Oh no.
I know all of you are made of metal, so this might not work. But if I'm going to throw some of the ball bearings in, and hopefully the shock will attract to those things, and then you will maybe take less, or it won't focus you as much. It might not work, but at least then it might have you might have a better chance of getting closer. So just let me know when you're ready, and I'll throw the ball
Is the
bearings
ground-
before you go in.
Is the ground dirt or is it stone?
That is a good question. Let's say there is a dirt covered stone. So if you like push away some of the dirt, there was a stone pathway that existed that appears closer to the door, and farther away from it is more covered in dirt.
All right, so,
So you'll have,
before you run in there, I'll throw in the ball bearings to try to get some of the lightning.
And Bless just gives you an extra D4 on your saving throws.
Okay. Okay, so I'm just gonna run into the lightning, and I'm gonna try to dance.
Yeah.
Be fast.
Yeah. This is fine.
Okay.
Alright.
Just to guess, how long do you think it's been since you guys started this effect to now in time
So like a minute
with all
of
this
revising,
discussion?
a minute of talking, like 3 minutes, 4 minutes.
Yeah, I thought 5 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, let's say 5.
Okay. So
Maybe
Stranger,
we should
you,
talk for 5 more minutes.
You run-
Let's
you
keep
run
going
into
until we
this?
get a round number.
So I just kind of look at Lorin like, this is really what I'm supposed to do.
Big
Wait.
big robot puppy dog eyes.
Okay, how about we take a short rest? How's that? That might be better.
I guess we could all heal up just in case something really goes awry.
That's fine. Fine by that.
Okay, let's take a short rest.
Oh my gosh, I did just dance for you guys.
Did you know the Macarena is about like a guy or a girl that cheats on their significant other?
Did not know that.
I think I'd heard that once.
All right, so are we taking an hour rest?
Yeah.
All right, you sit down for 5 minutes, and the electricity turns off.
Hmm.
You can continue with your short rest if you'd like.
Eli,
or-
you were right.
So that was about 10 minutes, huh? Okay. What do we do, guys? Do we just...
Well,
Should we rest anyway? Since we're all hurt?
It'd be good for our HP.
I don't know how your repairs go, but if you need to repair yourself in any way before you go back in, we can take the time to do so.
I'm with Lauren's help. I'm doing okay, but I could repair, as you say. But I think you and maybe Eli would like to repair as well.
Oh, absolutely. I don't know how you work, so
How long does aid last?
8 hours.
Oh, cool. Wow, that's a crazy spell.
I'm gonna roll a hit die.
I thought so. Is it a full hour or is it a half hour?
wait. Are we taking the full hour?
Yeah, that's what we need to decide first. So after 5 minutes, an opportunity presented itself again. Do you guys sit around for the next 55, or?
I'm fine with sitting around.
I'm fine with sitting around. And while we're doing it, Eli will do Song of Rest. So anybody who rolls a hit die can take an extra D6.
Nope.
Each time was that, or is that like the first time?
I think it's just the first time. I think.
Where do you find
So
out
Ben
your
got
hit
an
dice?
extra 1.
And I only took 11 damage, so perfect.
It's if you spend 1 or more hit dice.
Oh, I'm
you
going to be
get
spending a lot of hit
an
dice.
extra 1d5.
Oh. I'm going to hit short rest. That's how.
Okay, mark off the hit die that you're using
Shoot. Okay, hold on. Sorry.
as you guys complete this short rest.
Okay. I have a D8 minus 1. Plus a D6, you said? Was that right? D6?
Correct. Yeah,
Okay.
plus
Yeah.
a D6.
8.
6.
Ooh, I got a 6 on my extra dice. I did something for someone. Me.
6.
Man, -1 to everything. That's a bummer.
Yeah.
Is that your is that from Constitution?
Yeah. 1.
Ooh.
2. 6. Oh, it's exactly perfect.
We can see inside the tower. Do you want that?
Nope.
That's okay. I'm not looking.
Yeah. What I gleaned from that information is that the tower is in fact round and has many levels.
The tower has multiple levels. We know.
And it's possible we may get in.
Oh yeah.
It's not solid.
You walk in and it's solid.
Has everyone
This is not a-
satisfactorily healed?
Oh shoot, that's a I'm up full.
I am.
I just thought of a
Alright.
great idea for a dungeon, Ben. Thank you for giving me that.
I'm gonna
Solid rock tower.
You'll find
I'm
out.
gonna walk
tower you
forward
can't
and
get
do
in.
the arm motions.
These meld into stone spell to explore it.
Okay,
Hey,
so
lock the
you see
radar.
a wagon on the map, but your characters don't see a wagon on the map. It's
Quick,
not
go
there.
in the wagon. Go in the wagon.
There's no wagon.
Oh shoot.
It doesn't exist.
Maybe it's our cart.
Yeah, I don't think you guys brought it across the causeway.
That's
You left it in the back for wolves to eat your
Yeah, I'm
horses.
gonna tie up the horses before we go. By the way.
Okay, yeah. Let me bring characters into this.
If wolves get them, that's fine. They can. It's just circle life. I watched a Bug's
Okay.
Life. Me and Sarah have been watching a bunch of Pixar films, and we watched A Bug's Life and Monsters Incorporated recently.
Those are good ones.
Monsters
Classic.
Inc. was so good. I thought Bug's Life was interesting. The pacing of it was super weird, but Monsters Inc. is so good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna move my guy in front of the door.
Okay,
I'm ready.
I'm giving you guys the ability to move these now.
Definitely
Yeah, Eli would
standing
like to follow Mace.
back. Definitely standing back.
Eli is frantically clicking at his character, trying to move him backwards as fast as possible.
You're the last
Before
Before
one.
everyone can move, I start dancing.
Oh no!
Lorin casts hold person on me.
All right, you guys are all backed away.
Eli has the right idea.
So, once again, within within the radius of the lightning.
So you're going right up next to the door. That's what your character is.
Go
there.
right
So
up to
within,
the
like,
door.
5 feet of the door, which is kind of where you were before. And when you were that close, it did take 2 saves before you were out of the radius.
Yeah,
But that's where you're at.
close as I can get without accidentally touching the door while I move my arms.
Eli's
Okay.
gonna cast bardic inspiration on him again. This time from a distance.
Feeling inspired.
Okay. So let's. You can do the hand motions the same way.
Same
Okay.
way, starting up, and then like this, and then this,
Yep.
and then
Yep.
this.
I'm really mad I
Yeah.
can't see his camera.
Oh shoot! No, he messed one up. He messed one up.
And down.
Did he mess one up or did he not?
No, he didn't.
And then,
I don't know. I can't see his hands.
So
oh, sorry. Did I need to back up the camera? I thought I was.
no, I think I got most. I trust that you did it in the order. So you did it in the order up to down.
Up arms to down arm.
Okay.
Does anything happen?
It let me just see what this does. As you do that, all of those little characters light up.
Ooh, that's a promising
And
signal.
lightning shoots out of them.
And the door opens automatically to reveal a
Ooh.
vestibule.
Huzzah!
Huzzah!
A vestibule.
Yes. You see that this small hallway ends in a tattered curtain.
Oh my gosh, we can't see any further than that.
Go inside. Go in the door.
Are you kidding me?
No.
Can Mace tell us about what all of this was? Is this scaffolding with power or something? Or
It is actually scaffolding, so yeah, Mace would have noticed that, and I'm new to this chapter, so I should have told you that.
You mean
But there is
you didn't expect Lorin to take a random left?
no. So there is some wooden scaffolding on the side. Actually, with that investigation check, it does not look like it's very sturdy. So you could have
Go
said that's the reason why.
in the door.
all right, I look back at my team like, huh?
Yeah, do it. You're doing
And
great.
Mace is obviously wishing for my death, so I take a step forward into the vestibule.
Okay, give me just a couple minutes to do some reading.
You want to take a quick break?
Yeah, let's take a 5-minute break.
Okay, cool.
You remember how much Brandon said he was prepared? He'd done so much prep work.
It's not prep.
Thanks a lot, Lauren.
John's
for
tower.
going there.
Plans don't serve. The best laid plans, or was it no plans?
I'm all
survives
ready
first
for you guys to be
contact with
poisoning the
players.
Burgomaster today.
Yeah, I was just thinking I'm never gonna get to do my coup, and
No plan survives contact with the players.
okay, 5 minutes. I'll be back.
Yeah.
Me too. Ben, we're both wearing hats today.
Oh, look at that.
The Curse of Balding.
It is a curse.
I keep trying to convince Sarah just to let me buzz my head, but it's a losing battle.
I'm thinking about it too. Yeah. Been a while since I've done that.
What's the weather like in Utah right now?
It's really nice. Probably 80, partly cloudy. Went on a hike up Big Cottonwood Canyon this morning.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Which hike did you go on?
Just across the street from Solitude, there's a little trail. I think it's called like Willow Meadow or something.
Oh, did you go by yourself or with family?
Yeah, I went with Danny and her husband Ben and Sophia Heiner.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a good time.
Just gonna throw out that I am here, but I just spilled a bunch of water all over my couch, so
On
cleaning
purpose?
that up. No, I had the great idea of setting the cup on the couch. Like, surely this won't tip over in the 2 seconds that I let go of it while I grab this other thing.
Don't you
But it
know
did.
Murphy's Law?
Yeah, that's a mistake. I do that all the time, though. It's funny how there really are times where you're like, I'm just going to take the gamble on this one.
Do a quick cost analysis in your mind. Yeah, this is fine.
I went golfing on Saturday, and the people I went with came and picked me up, and so I had to go out to my car, get my clubs out of my car. My car's key fob doesn't work, so I just unlocked it with the door, and I just left the keys in my car door, in my carport.
Uh-oh.
And then it wasn't until we were like across town in the golf course that I was like, oh, the keys in my car are probably just sitting in the door right now.
No.
And I'm like, I could just drive back, but then there's this cost-benefit analysis of like, well, worst case scenario, somebody just steals this car and it's just gone forever, and insurance won't cover it because they didn't really steal it. I gave it to them.
Yeah, seems worth it. That seems worth it.
So naturally, I just kept golfing. I saw it as like a human experiment to see what kind of people I'm living around.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good way to look at it.
Yeah.
And what was the result?
When you got the keys back?
No, my car got stolen.
Ooh.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. They were there when I came back.
Nice.
Just my car sitting in the carport, totally exposed with a pair of car keys in it.
Somebody actually godfathered it and planted a bomb in the hood, so I don't know.
Oh, man.
Okay, I think I'm prepped for this now.
Oh, good. I'm glad we gave you 8 minutes to prepare this whole encounter.
Yep. Totally good.
It's his own fault. He's the one who made our wagon break down in front
How
of a
dare
wizard
you?
tower.
Definitely my fault. That's what I rolled the d20 for. It was, does this cart stay together or not? And it did not. So, and then after rereading this, I do need to talk about the scaffolding a little bit. We can go back, and we didn't choose to do anything with the scaffolding yet, but you can if you'd like to.
I would.
The scaffolding does go. It goes up 3 out of the 4 floors.
Okay.
With more, with it kind of just becoming less and less as it goes up, your way to travel up it. But with that investigation check, it did look rickety.
I guess that's true. We could have climbed up and tried to go in a different way, but
Yeah, because there were windows of a certain size on each one of those levels.
I think that's fine.
They looked like arrow slits, and you've found the way in the main door.
Yep.
So this feels safer.
Yeah, we'll keep going that way, I think. I mean,
Sunken
I
cost
won't-
fallacy.
Yeah, I won't go a different way.
Okay. I love the sunk cost fallacy.
Makes life easier. Well, I'm ready to take another step if other people are with me.
Yeah, who's going in with the stranger?
I'll go up behind you.
I'll be
All right.
following a distant behind.
Eli very tentatively approaches by Lorin.
I'd
Okay.
like to peek behind the curtain before just totally busting in.
Yeah, you peek behind the curtain and you see an open room ahead of you. And 4 stone golems
Golems, nice.
Columns.
holding. Let me describe this. The flagstone floor is strewn with debris, and a few old crates stand near the east wall. I'll just reveal the whole thing. A torn curtain to the south partially obscures the tower vestibule. A 5-foot square indentation in the center of the floor contains 4 pulleys attached to taut iron chains that stretch up through a similarly sized hole in the rotted wooden ceiling. Standing next to the chains are 4 tall clay statues, and I will reveal a little bit of what that looks like to you.
This is a lot of.
All right. Are you entering the room or are you staying outside?
You're asking me, I guess.
Sorry, clay golems, not stone golems. Get that one correct.
Okay, well, it doesn't seem to be a threat, so I will cautiously advance and maybe look at this clay golem. If others are following.
I'll go in.
Yeah.
And there are no stairs anywhere?
There are no stairs.
You have to use the
You got the
pulleys.
handout. There are pulleys. There are 4 golems, each with a pulley and a platform in the center.
Do the
also
pulleys
attached
look
to
like
those pulleys.
Do the pulleys look like they have something you could, like if you pulled on one side of them, the platform it would raise?
Yes, it does look like these pulleys would raise the middle platform.
Like if you pulled on one side of the chain and worked it through the spindle or whatever.
Yeah. So there's 4 corners of the platform, and so if you were to pull on one of those, it would just pull up the one corner. So if you wanted to pull up the entire thing, you'd need to pull up each of those. Oh, let me reveal the columns. Those are not showing up to you guys.
So above this platform or whatever, is there like an opening, or is it just
There is an opening, a 5-foot square, similarly sized hole in the rotted wooden ceiling above you.
Okay.
Eli's
You
gonna
see that
start.
now?
Oh dear. Yeah.
Those look like bad guys, though.
well, they look
do
like
look
it,
like
but
bad
they're
guys.
not.
I'm gonna get out my rope and tie it around my waist and step onto the platform.
I'm going to ask the group if maybe I would be happy to climb the rickety things and just peek in the window of the next level, so we know if we're going to like raise our heads up through a trap or something.
I definitely think we do not
idea.
want to wake up these golems while we are in this little tiny room.
Well,
And if we are going to wake them up, we definitely want to be standing outside of the tower and let them funnel through the doorway.
That's a good point.
How do you think we're going to wake them up?
I have no idea, but they are terrifying and they look scary.
I mean, my initial thoughts as Parker are, we each of us grab a rope and either try to hoist ourselves up on the platform or hoist like one of us up at a time. But I guess Mace will say, yeah, if you want to go and scout out the second level, well, I don't think that's a bad idea.
Here, take this rope with you. In case there's a trap door that I'm standing on.
Who are you handing that to, Lorin?
Stranger.
Okay. Were you leaving though, stranger? Out the front door?
As long as the group doesn't think that's a bad idea or like the worst idea, I might do it even if they think it's kind of a bad idea.
No, I'm all for it.
Eli hates this room.
I'm sorry, Lorin. What am I supposed to do with this rope?
Oh, just tie it to the scaffolding outside.
Oh, is this to keep me safe?
Me. I'm afraid I'm over a trap door.
Oh, so I'm supposed to go outside. Oh, I just hold on to it in case you fall through.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That would be bad. Okay. Is there something I can tie it to on the walls, Brandon? Any sort of torch holders or something?
There is not. I mean, there's crates that are to the right, but those don't seem big or heavy enough.
Okay.
How about the door knocker?
Yeah. Okay, so
Yeah, you can
Did
tie
the
it to the
door-
door knocker.
Did the door open inward or outward?
It opened inward.
Oh yeah, that would be perfect.
great. I will kindly come over to the door and tie this rope to the door knocker.
Okay.
That's done, and I will say, okay, I'll be right back. And then I wisp around and I climb up. And I don't know if I have to do any checks as I'm climbing this ladder.
So yeah, you climb the ladder and you take your first step onto the scaffolding in front of you. Evan, as a metal creature carrying gear, what do you think you weigh?
A I think I said a lot. I think
An amount.
how much
You
gear do I
can-
have?
You can see how
What do you
much your
think?
equipment weighs.
Yeah, I need to pull that up really quick.
And then you're gonna have to guess what a metal and wooden creature like you might weigh to add to
So,
that.
Under the
But you could have put.
yeah, under your description tab.
Okay.
While he's
Okay.
doing that, can Eli just look around in these boxes for anything valuable?
Yeah.
I'll help.
Yep. You both look through and find that there is nothing in the boxes. It's just
What?
Um,
I'm carrying
empty crates.
101 pounds.
Do you think if we grab one of these chains, the golem will come alive?
Don't know.
Yes.
Yeah, you don't know until you try. I also think that
The answer to every question that you ask with that, Eli's answer is yes.
I mean, we only need, if we're gonna raise somebody up to the second level, we really only need 3 of the chains. Maybe 2, right? If it's on either side. I'm just worried about, like, I don't know, whatever platform you're standing on to tip over to either way.
Mm-hmm.
So if there's 3 people holding on, then it might be okay to raise it up that way, but...
Yeah, can we all fit on this? Like it is 5x5.
It's 5x5, so maybe 2 of you could fit, but it's tight at that. Is that? Yeah, that's just D&D rules wise, I guess.
I think we can
I'll be with
raise...
the lead at some point.
What do you weigh, Evan?
Like 375 total.
375 pounds.
Yeah.
Okay. With your first step onto the scaffolding, you fall through and
Bummer.
take 14 points of damage.
Ouch.
I do have slow fall, so I only take half.
Okay.
So
So you only take half of the fall damage.
yeah, is there
There was-
something?
There's also 2d6 damage from the piercing damage from the debris. So the first 2 were the fall damage, so 4. You take half that. So instead
12.
of 14
Four
damage, you
fall
take
damage? That's
12. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
As the splinters kind of stab into.
I was counting on the slow fall to help me. I guess that was misguided.
No, it's correct, but yeah, just with the debris that you fell through. Yeah, just
So,
more damage.
So
if nothing
back
else...
to my friends impaled by 2x4s,
Yep,
and say it didn't work.
it did not
Alright,
work.
well.
You realized you are too heavy for the scaffolding.
If nothing else, we can send
Alright.
one person up, and then, or 2, and then if we don't want to keep using the platform, then we just throw down a rope, lift people up that way, right?
What do we do if... Not if. What do we do when all 4 of these golems wake up?
How about
They won't wake up. That's
I'll
fine.
bait them. You guys, if they wake up, I'll run outside where you guys will ambush them.
So, no, I think step 1, we all run away, you stay here, and then you run away afterwards.
Lorin, you're standing. Are you standing? You're on the platform in the middle, right?
Yeah.
I guess after a few minutes of you standing there, you see all 4 of these statues come to life,
Oh, good.
and the platform shakes underneath you for a second, but then stops.
Eli starts screaming, I told you!
Yeah.
I told you!
I would also start running away.
Are they hostile? Do they attack somebody?
You're outside, so you don't see. And then,
I'm
if
sorry,
I
I
understand
couldn't-
right, Eli and Mace are leaving.
I would run away for sure.
I started screaming. I don't know if I have an opportunity to run away.
I'd probably go out the door and just like look in to see what's happening and see if anyone's following.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay here and just try and see what these golems are, what their intent is.
Yeah, nothing seems to happen. They are at the ready, but they do not attack.
If Eli pulls his swords out and is like geared up but isn't attacking anything, he's just like, do they do anything?
They do not.
Are they? Is anything happening in there?
Oh, I don't think they're evil.
Eli's definitely gonna run out of the room now.
Okay.
Lorin, should we try to hoist you up together, or should I join you there?
Yeah, how about yes. Well, I mean, I'm a good 200 pounds myself.
Well, I'd like to try to talk to one of these golems and just say, why are you here? You're alive, but why are you here?
You get no response.
Okay, so they just like stare blankly or something? Do they even like look at me?
They do not.
Are they looking at Lorin?
Yes.
Fully at Lorin.
Yep.
I'll say up. Yip.
That's a good
Okay.
idea.
I'll try grabbing a chain.
I'll help. I know we're both the heavy people, but
After nothing happens, I'll go in and I'll grab a chain and start trying to help as well.
I don't think Lorin should go by himself. But can we try lifting both of us?
We could try lifting the two lightweights.
Pulleys
that will
do
be-
like transfer leverage or something, don't they?
Yeah.
They do. But these chains are in the hands of these 4 clay statues.
Hmm.
As you go to pull on them, they don't budge.
So can I reach like above where it's holding it and try to grab above and pull that way?
So if you look at especially you being a gnome, definitely no. I mean, these are large creatures, and if you look at the diagram, it looks like they are like on little pedestals even. I saw that correctly.
Okay, could I climb the chains and go to the second floor?
Yeah. So do you do that then?
Well, do I think I could do that?
I'm gonna go do a little.
I'm gonna let you decide if you think you could do that.
Well,
And
I
this-
just want to make sure I understand.
Possibility
it correctly.
might exist. It doesn't. So yeah, there's pulleys that basically go straight up from these golems, or chains that go up from the golems.
Yeah.
That hit pulleys.
Yep.
That are at a higher level than you are able to see.
Okay, so they go above the opening above us.
I think so.
Okay.
Lauren just did the dance from from hands down to hands up.
Uh-oh.
Nothing happens.
Don't go
Except
outside.
an awesome dance.
Now you just
Well,
look like an idiot.
So how tall is the opening above us?
It's 20 feet up.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to try to climb these chains and see what's on the next floor. And if anything happens, I'll drop down and run away.
Okay.
Can I try to cast invisibility on him again?
I'll cast
So, yeah.
guidance on you.
Okay. As you guys cast each of those spells, they do not take. The spell is cast.
Well, that's worrying on a whole different level.
right, well, I'm gonna at least see what's on the next floor.
Hey,
I may not stay, but I'm gonna
acrobatics
try
or
to stay.
athletics?
I don't-
Athletics check for climbing. Yep.
Athletics.
I'm gonna
No, I
jump
have a-
up and down on this thing. Does anything happen?
So this does say. I know this isn't probably related.
Nothing happens, Lauren.
I know this isn't probably related.
As you
It's tempting fate.
but
let's
it
say this,
says,
as you are not on the platform as you're jumping, they like start to power down a little bit, and then as you land again, they power back up. We'll do that.
Mm.
So contact with the platform is what has awakened them.
So I have a feature that's climbing costs me no extra movement, and when I make a running jump, I get plus 4 feet. But I know that that's not necessarily related to like this check.
No, that's good. I'll change the DC that I was thinking of as a result of you being a good climber.
Yeah, I just have second story work, so figured I'd throw it in there. All right, here's my
Okay.
athletics check. 15.
Yep, you're able to climb to that second level. I will reveal it to you.
Kazan!
Kazan!
This second floor, dust and cobwebs fill this otherwise empty room, the wooden floor of which is badly rotted and partially collapsed.
Does Kazan make the golems do anything?
No.
I'll climb up and hoist myself onto the second floor, and I'll look down through the ceiling, and I'll say, well, I guess I look up and see if there's another opening to another floor.
Mace, what do you weigh?
I weigh 106 pounds
Total?
Okay,
total, including equipment.
just good to know for fun. What
Yep.
what was your question?
Do I see any opening above to the next floor?
You do.
Okay.
You see that 20 feet above you is a similar surface, rotted wood, and a 5-foot hole in the center.
Okay. I'll hoist myself up onto the floor, and I'll look down and say, well, it's a little rotted up here. There's another floor above me. There's nothing up on this floor, but there's another floor above me, but it's also looking pretty rotted up there. I don't know if anyone's been here for a long time.
Are you staying put or heading up or down?
I'm gonna stay for right now and see if anyone else wants to come up.
Okay.
Can I look around the room more and like, there's no control surfaces for these golems or anything?
Any
There is not.
instructions inscribed anywhere?
There is not.
What I don't know. I want to push around these crates and just like I don't.
Yeah, I looked through the crates and there is nothing in the crates.
Just like empty crates. Who leaves empty crates?
Why don't one of you climb on up here? I don't know how much this floor could hold, but if one of you at least climbs up here with me, then we can at least see what we can do up here.
Eli will try to start climbing.
So what does Eli weigh just to get ahead of things here?
I'll give him a
Everyone,
boost.
if you look at what you weigh.
180 plus.
Can I leave my gear down here? I would.
You can.
I would like to reduce my weight.
I weigh 263 with all my stuff. God, we're heavy.
Okay. Well, let me know if you leave your things or not. And then what your final weight is. And the clues can be as Mace, even as small as Mace is, gets to that additional level, you guys are hearing creaks, and you see that the wood floor is partially rotted in places. So
If that is all the case, I'm probably not gonna go up. I'll probably just stay here. not gonna leave my stuff behind, and if it seems like it's tentative or the floor is creaking and stuff, I'll probably just stay down here.
I actually accidentally drew a line. Don't mind that.
And you step off,
Yep.
so they again power down.
All right, well, none of you are coming up here with me. I'm gonna try to keep going. I'm gonna pull out my short bow and tie a rope to an arrow and try to shoot it into something I can see on the next floor.
So just the floor itself.
No. So, sorry. Like, if there's anything above the hole that looks like it's wooden or something that an arrow could stick into, I'm going to try to shoot it into that so that I could use this rope to climb up again.
Oh, so you're going to lower yourself down.
No, I'm going to try to climb up by shooting the arrow into something and using...
There's also the chain still, right?
There's what?
There is the chain.
Oh,
There's still the chain.
I did not realize there's still the chain. I'm going to still keep going on the chain then at that point.
Yeah, there's still a chain.
Arrow would have been cool though.
No, sorry, I didn't realize they went that high. Yeah, I'm going to keep trying to use the
and
chain.
I don't think there's anything that you can shoot it into. Like the sides of this wall and are all stone.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, then I would keep trying to go on the chain.
Okay, let's roll another athletics check.
I'll
2.
try to catch you when you fall.
Oh my goodness.
So, oh gosh. So you get up, let's say about 10 feet. So you're 30 feet up. You got to get up higher. You get 40 feet up. As you just get a glimpse into the next area, I will show it to you.
Okay.
So time and the elements have all but destroyed this chamber, leaving a gash in the northwest wall and a slimy black mildew on the walls. The wooden floor is completely rotted and has begun to fall away in many places. But before you get a chance to even look up from this point, you slip and fall 40 feet because when you hit that second floor, you burst through and let's do 4d6.
Can I try to catch him?
Yeah, you can try to catch him.
I'll help.
Let's see. He is a gnome, so it's not like he's that. He's 100 and some odd pounds. Yeah. The check to catch is going to be athletics as well.
Oh dear. That's a straight check. Whoa!
Nice.
Nice. I'll reduce 1d6 of damage
Yay.
based on
Do I
that
t-
success.
Eli takes
Do
it.
I take 1d6 of damage? I could. I'd be happy with that.
Yeah, let's do that. So,
Okay.
Mace takes 8 points of damage, and Eli takes 2. You're back down on the main floor
Okay.
in the middle.
I take 2 points of damage. Is that what you said?
Yep.
Okay.
And now, Eli, you are holding Mace and, let's say, standing on the middle platform, and they awaken again and look to you.
Well, thanks for the catch. There's nothing. I saw up on the 3rd floor, and there doesn't look to be anything up there. But I think there's 4.
Mace, as you say 3rd floor, the golems begin to pull, and the two of you are lifted to the 3rd floor.
I'm gonna, as we're going up, we're gonna yell, "Say 4th floor! Say 4th floor!"
4th floor.
You pause for a minute, or just a little bit of time at that 3rd floor, and see that there is a 4th floor above. And then it will click into motion again and take you to the 4th floor.
Who is this? Me and Parker?
Yeah, Eli and Mace.
Oh, great. Our two quick fingers. Not going to share anything with the guys down below. Oh, man.
And unlike the levels below, this room shows signs of recent habitation. And although the place reeks of mold and mildew, it has plenty of creature comforts, including a cozy bed, a desk with matching chair, bright tapestries, and a large iron stove with plenty of wood to feed it. Light enters through arrow slits as well as through dirt-caked windows with broken shutters. Other features of the room include a standing suit of armor on that north side, and a wooden chest. Old wooden rafters bend under the weight of the tower roof, which has somehow remained intact. Mounted to the rafters are pulleys around which hang iron chains that support the tower's elevator platform.
I'm gonna go check the chest for traps.
Okay, you're going to do that. Eli, what are you doing?
Is there any drawers or anything valuable on this desk?
Okay, so you'll go to the desk. Stranger and Lorin, what are you guys doing?
If we look at the...
I'll say first floor.
As you approach to use the elevator, it does descend. So once they are off, it's coming down. So we'll get you guys up there in a minute. You are inspecting the chest for traps. Make an investigation check. And then Eli, you are checking the desk for just anything good?
Loot.
Loot. Okay, also an investigation check.
26 on mine.
It does not appear to be trapped.
I'm gonna try to open it then.
I got a 2.
Okay, in the jeez, in the drawers, you're maybe a little bit
Eli's just
distracted.
frantically tossing things.
Yeah, like there is stuff. There's there's at least one sheet of paper there, and you just kind of overlook it, looking for other things.
No, that's right.
Something scrolled up, but you're like, this is paper. I'm looking for goods, and you don't find really much of anything there. The chest opens and is not locked. Lavender aroma emanates from the wooden chest. It contains a severed human head.
No.
Oh, great.
Oh, crap.
Its flesh has a waxy complexion, and it may... Actually, let's get an investigation check or a medicine check on the head.
Okay. I'm gonna do investigation.
Okay.
Oh, another nat 20, 26.
Nice.
Wow.
You can tell that it has been embalmed to last longer.
Creepy.
And
I'm gonna hold it up and I'm gonna show it to Eli and say, "Look what I found."
That's disgusting.
I also have to give you that. So it's human, and there are. Let's see. There are things about it, like maybe pierced ears with like little gold earrings that remind you of Vistani. Nat 20. I got to give you everything there is to know.
Okay.
So.
Elevator arrived.
Elevator's arrived. You guys can both stand on it.
Here we go.
You guys
Fourth
weigh
floor.
like 500 pounds.
500 pounds.
I'll leave
And
my
you guys
bend
say
at the bottom. I'll
Okay.
leave 100 pounds at the bottom.
Okay, so 400 pounds.
Do I hear the
It,
elevator coming back up?
Yes, you guys now hear the elevator is coming back up.
All right, I'm gonna try to backpack the human head that I found.
Oh no.
Why? Why would you think to do that?
Is there
Do you
anything
have-
on this?
Sorry, go ahead.
Is there anything on this suit of armor? Is it holding anything?
It is not holding anything. It is just it's a nice looking suit of armor. Yeah, that's it.
Huh?
You can roll an investigation check if you'd like.
Nah.
Okay.
When I get up there,
Yeah, you guys are up there now.
Okay.
can I
What'd you guys find?
exchange my chainmail for this armor?
Make an investigation check on the armor.
Eli tells you it's not worth it. He's already looked at it. There's nothing valuable.
8.
You don't find a way to open this armor. It's kind of enclosed, and there's no like latch to unlatch it. It's like a standing, like a knight or whatever. You don't know how to kind of take it apart in order to use it.
Okay.
So, what's this little thing over here? Is this a little another table of some kind, or?
Yeah. So let's see. There was
Yes.
Yeah, unlike the levels below, this room shows signs of recent habitation. Although it reeks of mold and mildew, it has plenty of creature comforts, including a cozy bed, a desk with a matching chair. That's on that other side. Bright tapestries, a large iron stove with plenty of wood to feed it. And then, yeah, it looks like just some other end table.
Was this a foot locker here by the bed?
Yeah. And opening it, you see nothing. There, yeah, there's just nothing in there.
Well,
It just smells kind of funny.
Can I search the desk?
Yeah, make an investigation check.
15?
You find a page that looks like it is from a journal. You also find 2 scrolled up pieces of paper. Things that Eli had seen, but kind of ignored, looking for something shinier.
I would like to read the journal.
Alright, Jameson, are you here? I'm just seeing that you're refreshing on my screen.
Yeah, I just
I
reconnected
just want to
so
make sure you're here.
people's.
Okay, great.
Is Lorin
Okay,
reading
it's a
to
long
us,
one.
or is it Lorin information only?
I'll read it out loud.
Okay, I will show it to everybody, and then I'll just read it so you guys can see. Find a handout. It says, for more than 3 decades now, I have undertaken to investigate and expose creatures of darkness to the purifying light and of truth and knowledge. Hero I am named in some circles, sage and master hunter I am called in others. That I have survived countless supernatural assaults is seen as a marvel among my peers. My name is spoken with fear and loathing among my foes. In truth, this virtuous calling began as an obsessive effort to destroy a vampire that murdered my child. And it has become for me a tedious and a bleak career. Even as my life of hunting monsters began, I felt the weight of time on my weary shoulders. Today I am a man who has simply lived too long. Like a regretful lich, I find myself inexorably bound to an existence I sought out of madness, and seemingly must now endure for all eternity. Of course I shall die, but whether I shall ever rest in my grave haunts my idle thoughts, and torments me in my dreams. I expect that those who think me a hero will change their minds when they know the whole truth about my life as a hunter of the unnatural. Nevertheless, I must reveal here and now that I have been the indirect yet certain cause of many deaths and the loss of many good friends. Mistake me not, I do not merely feel sorry for myself. Rather, I come to grips with a devastating realization. I now see that I am the object of a baleful Vistani curse. More tragically, the nature of this hex is such that I have not borne the brunt of it, Instead, far worse, those who surround me have fallen victim to it. I have related to the tragic story of how my only child, Erasmus, was taken by Vistani and sold to a vampire. And with the mention of the name Erasmus, you recall that in the writings of Rudolf van Richten, that is the name of his child, Erasmus. I explained how Erasmus was made a minion of the Night Stalker, and how it was my miserable part to free him from that fate at the point of a stake. What I have neglected to illuminate before is how I tracked Erasmus's kidnappers across the land, or how I extracted Erasmus's whereabouts from them. In fact, the Vistani took Erasmus with my own unwitting permission. They had brought an extremely ill member of their tribe to me one evening and insisted that I treat him, but I was unable to save the young man's life. In fear of their retribution, I begged the Vistani to take anything of mine, if only they would withhold their terrifying powers, of which I knew nothing. To my lasting astonishment, they chose to surreptitiously take my son in exchange for their loss. By the time I realized what had occurred, they were already an hour gone. Incensed beyond reason, I strapped the body of the dead young man to my horse and doggedly followed the Vistani caravan through the woods, naively allowing the sun to set before me without seeking shelter from the night. Shortly after darkness fell, I was beset by undead that would have slain me, had not their master, a lich, intervened and spared my life. For reasons that I do not completely understand, he somehow detected me, and with his powerful magic took control of a pack of zombies that wandered in the forest. He spoke to me through the mouths of dead things, and placed a magic ward against undead on me, then animated the dead Vistana, and bade it tell me where I could find its people. Unfortunately, I say in hindsight, the plan worked. I found the child stealers, and my unwelcome entourage included a growing horde of voracious undead that could not touch me thanks to the Lich's ward. When I found the caravan, I threatened to set the zombies on the Vistani unless they returned my dear boy. They replied that he had been sold to the vampire, Baron Metis. Something inside me snapped. I released the zombies, and the entire tribe was eaten alive. Yet the story has not ended. Before she died, the leader cursed me, saying, "Live you always among monsters, and see everyone you love die beneath their claws." Even now, so many years later, I can hear her words with painful clarity. A short time later, I found my dear Erasmus made into a vampire. He begged me to end his curse, which I did with a heavy heart. The darkness had torn him from my loving arms forever, and I foolishly believed that the curse had exacted its deadly toll. I wept until an insatiate desire for vengeance filled the bottomless rift in my heart. So you presume that to be from the journal of Rudolf van Richten.
Wow. It's intense.
So do we think this head is Vistani? I wonder if it's the Vistani that he tried to
So
Technically, we
Lorin and
don't
the
know
stranger don't know about the head. Mace has concealed the head.
save. Right, that's right.
True.
I'll look at the scrolls.
All right, the first scroll you see is a map of Barovia, and I will go ahead and reveal the rest of the map to you guys now that you have a map.
So Lauren read that out to the group, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Eli will come up to him and say, "Do you mind if I take a look at that letter real quick?"
Yeah, sure.
And I'll try and study the handwriting.
Ooh. Okay, yeah, you can do so.
I don't recognize it, do I? It's not like
I don't think so. Is there...
Okay.
Maybe the book. But
Yeah,
Magic.
the book. Yeah, that would make sense. I'm trying to think of anything else you guys may have received.
I think the only handwritings that I know are Strahd's and Colin Idrovich. Colian. So unless
Colian
Strahd
Idrovich.
wrote it, I probably wouldn't recognize it.
Yeah, you do notice it is not the hand of Strahd. So that's the first scroll. The
Mhm.
second one is Speak with Dead. It's a spell scroll.
All right. I'll pocket that, I guess. So remind me, spell scroll. So it looks like this is something I should be able to cast. How do scrolls work?
Yeah, so instead of costing a spell slot, you can use a scroll instead, and it will consume the scroll. And the scroll contains all the components needed to cast a spell. So if there usually requires additional components, you don't need them. If it's it needs to be within your class's ability to cast the spell, or your own ability to eventually cast
It is.
in order to cast it. And if it's higher level than you can currently cast, which I don't think it is, but just in general, you would need to make a check in order to see if it is successful. So I think I'm showing you guys all of Barovia now.
Yeah, this is
Wow.
confusing.
Yeah, it's like before I knew where everything was because it's
Yeah.
like once I can see everything, I'm like, where is the things I know?
We are right here.
So
Yep.
this is Castle Strahd, right?
Yep. Castle
And then-
Ravenloft, Village of
and then-
Barovia.
Is this the pit, the place where we fought the druids?
That's
Yep, that
Barovia.
is Yester Hill,
Okay.
Oh, wait.
where you fought the
Someone was
druids.
pointing to
This is the Wizards of Wine Winery. This is Kresk here,
Where's Kresk? Oh, I see it.
far,
Yeah.
far left. Crossroads here, Crossroads there. Lake Baratok, Lake Zarevich. Valaki is right here in the middle. Windmill right here.
Oh wow.
There's the gate here. Yep, the castle, the village of Barovia, and then you guys entered for the most part from over here.
Guys, this other scroll is a Speak with Dead spell. There's no any dead people we should talk to?
Do you
Um,
frequently run into people that are dead that you need to talk to?
Eli will point his finger at. I'm gonna try and position myself so I'm standing a little bit behind Lorin, and I'll point my finger towards Mace and cast message and whisper to him, and I'll say, "What about the head?"
Say, oh,
It does not. You don't hear it. The spell does not go through.
Dang it! I hate this place.
I see Eli pointing at Mace and
And then whispering to himself.
Mace, do you happen to know anything about a dead person?
well, I found this head here, but I'm not really sure. I don't know. Do you need the whole body to talk to it? And I'll pull out the head and let it I'll shake out my bat and just let it roll on the floor a bit.
Oh, it has a mouth. Let's give it a roll.
Wait, wait. I'm no magic proficicionado, but if your magic isn't working here, why do you think that your magic will work now if you do it?
That is a great point. Let's go somewhere.
I mean,
else.
if you think it'll work, go for it, but I'm doubtful.
I hate this tower.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this has been a big bust, I gotta be honest.
All right, let's go do it outside.
All right, who rides down the elevator first?
Eli's definitely trying to get out of here.
Okay. Eli stands on and says, "First floor."
I'll
Uh,
hop on.
Okay, Lauren's going to.
Eli says
Okay.
basement.
It's off the menu.
Nothing happened?
It does not move. Yep.
Okay.
Castle Ravenloft.
Pink.
Eli
pink-
looks around. Eli looks around at everybody and says, it was worth a shot. I think it's his first floor.
Okay. It does take you down. Lorin with you as well. A little crammed, but you guys go down, and then
Yeah, I'll just
Straight-
wait outside.
yeah,
Can
you
you
guys
send
are
the
all
clock
able to
on?
make it outside.
While we're
Okay.
at the top, well, it's just be or Mason the stranger. I'm just gonna like before the stranger like steps onto the elevator, I'm gonna like not grab his arm, but like just put a hand on his like knee or leg or whatever. I'm just gonna say, you know what? I still haven't figured you out, but that was you did good today.
Thank you. You did good too, Mace. Thanks for not hiding that head.
Well, I thought it might be able to be worth something, but I don't know who's gonna buy a head if I'm being honest.
That is a question. Yeah, no, you're right.
I think this I was hoping somebody might be living here and we could find something they're using, but I don't think anyone's been here in a long time.
Yeah. I don't know much about Van Richten like Lorin does, but I don't know when he wrote his work or if he's still alive.
Alright, well, you did good today. And I'll step on the elevator.
Okay, me too. Ding.
Yeah, you guys
Lorin.
regroup outside.
Okay. I'll cast
Eli-
Speak with the Dead.
Eli wants to stand on the elevator real quick and just say a couple words like roof, treasure room, 5th floor, 6th floor. Anything?
When you say 5th floor, it budges for a second, but no, it doesn't take you anywhere. There's no 5th floor.
Hate
Nope,
this
you don't
tower.
go anywhere.
With a scowl.
So, Speak with Dead. You grant the semblance of life and intelligence to a corpse of your choice, the head. It's in range, allowing it to answer the questions you pose. Lasts for 10 minutes.
Should we go all the way out to like where the horses were, just so we know we're far enough away? His invisibility
let's go
went
horses.
away while he was on the causeway, or something like that.
Yeah, let's go off the causeway. Smart.
Yeah, so you guys can go back to the cart. The horses have not been eaten by wolves.
As we're walking, I'll just be like, what questions do they ask her?
Yeah, what do we want to learn?
Where's Van Richten?
That would be a good one. Do we know how it died? That'd be one.
Do we care?
Well, if it is the lady that cursed Van Richten, then I assume she was eaten by zombies, because that's how he said he killed them all.
What if we find the woman first, so that she's here when we wake it up?
That's a good idea.
Oh, Esmeralda?
She might know more what to ask than we do.
That's
Oh,
a
yeah.
good point.
Wasn't she a student of Van Richten?
I believe she was.
Yep.
She might be a little mad that we took it in the first place, but
This might be her hideout.
Huh.
So you're right. She might be. We might have just looted her house.
Hey, it's her fault for making it so easy to get into.
The other thing to consider is I have this spell. I can prepare it later. So we could not like this is a one-time thing.
Sounds like it's up to you, Lorin.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and just cast it with the scroll.
Okay. Let me see something. So if it was with target of the spell within the last 10 days. Okay. Let me just check one more thing.
Yeah, I guess we have to wait 10 days. How long is 10 days? Probably a long time.
How did you just ask how long is 10 days?
How many
Roughly,
days?
that's the same in Barovia time.
240 hours.
In
Probably
theory,
only-
we can
Like-
walk into an inn and just say we stay here for 10 days, and then 10 days passes.
Well, that's a good point.
Okay. So you cast the spell.
Yeah, why not?
The head, the eyes open to on this skull or whatever, and just show these milky white eyes, and the mouth just lets out this
Ah!
noise as the spell is cast.
Hello, dead person. Welcome back. Ooh. Who are
5
you?
questions. Okay. He says, Yen.
Yeah. How did you die?
Rictavio. Put a sword through my gullet.
Oh.
Rictavio? From Vallaki?
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna whisper to my friends. Oh, that's a surprise.
Ask it who's... Do we have a certain amount of questions, or is it just time? It's just time,
5
right?
questions, so there's 3 remaining.
Oh my
Wait,
gosh.
did I use one of those questions?
No, you did not.
Oh, good. Okay.
Only Lorin can.
I have no idea then, never mind.
Should we ask them, we
Ask,
could ask them about
Ask it when it was killed.
oh yeah.
How long has it been?
What was the last date you remember?
Shoot. I hate chronology just as
Yeah,
a DM.
no kidding.
It's so messed up
No
to try to
kidding.
remember this stuff. When did this happen? This thing that I just read about in the break.
Especially with a
Alternatively-
calendar that doesn't line up with our calendar.
What we really want to know is how long ago it was.
Yeah.
The trouble is he cannot learn. Oh yeah, so you asked what's the last date he remembered. He will share a date that you're able to understand is something like 6 months ago.
Does
How long have we been here?
Like
Don't ask
within
him that.
No, sorry.
2 weeks is what it seems
2
like.
weeks. Okay.
I don't even
Something
know.
like that. I don't really know, but
You could ask.
I'll ask. Does the name Van Richten mean anything to you? Or what does the name Van Richten mean to you?
That's 2.
so you're saying there's 2 left. What does the name Van Richten mean to you? legendary vampire hunter, right?
That's
You got one
correct.
question left?
Look around at the others. Anyone have anything? Maybe because we could ask him
Why?
what
Why
Rictavio.
Why was he killed? I mean, well, yeah.
Why is his head preserved in a chest up there? Who preserved his head in a chest up there? Whose tower is this? What's Kazan?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Um, I kind of want to know more about Rictavio.
Me too.
Go for it.
Um, w- why did Rictavio kill you?
Rictavio was looking for a road to Barovia. I was his guide for a time. But I tried to steal his wagon. So Rictavio killed me. The eyes close, the mouth just stays wide open, and the spell is done.
What?
Interesting.
The plot thickens.
The plot thickens.
Well, Rictavio's an elf, right? So he wouldn't have a way here anyway.
Half elf.
Half elf.
Yes.
Did he? He wasn't Vistani, was he? He was just in a cart.
Rictavio dresses somewhat like a Vistani, but is not one, or does not say that he is one. Actually, I need to add one more piece of information, probably, that he says before he dies again. Now that I'm looking at the notes a little bit better.
His eyes come open and he grasps one with that.
Wait, asterisk.
Blinks open
I forgot.
and says, beware Rictavio. He seeks to murder all the Vistani. And then dies. Again. There we go.
Oh, we got a racist on our hands.
Well, I mean, by his own words, he did try to steal Rictavio's wagon.
True. Well, I'll toss the head at Mace. That was very informative.
Eli kind of goes, ugh!
I don't catch it and let it just fall to the ground.
No. Okay, I want to do like a reflex save to try to catch it.
Nope, fell to the ground. Covered in dirt now.
Gosh.
How rude.
Alright, I'll put it in my backpack.
So it had long hair though, right?
Long enough. Not like long, but...
For some reason I thought this was a female head until we were talking to it.
Nope.
Why? I guess it was just the earrings, and I assumed.
Well, it almost seems like that opened more question than it answered. Like, I was assuming that tower belonged to this vampire hunter, but if it had a severed head belonging to one of Rictavio's victims, whose tower is this?
Yeah.
Now,
Good
this
question.
is a stretch, so don't, I don't know. But
That is a stretch.
It seems to me, being an outsider, that Van Richten and Rictavio have very similar names. Could they either be
Ooh.
working together or maybe be one and the same? I know that's a stretch. I'm just going off of what it sounds like, but
Lorin,
If-
was there any hint that
Well-
Van Richten was not human? I thought Van Richten was human.
We did ask the head if the name Van Richten meant anything, and the head seemed to know who Van Richten was. But I guess if Rictavio never disclosed himself, then he wouldn't
I
have
mean,
known. So.
you've seen Eli put on many a disguises, I'm sure. You can make
Yeah.
yourself look a different way. I'm not saying it's true. I have no idea, but that was the first thing that came to my mind.
That's a good point.
If we could get Rictavio to write something, and he used the same handwriting, I would probably be able to recognize it.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, I mean, Van Richten would have a reason to kill all Vistani. He does seem to have a reason to hate them.
Okay, I need some clarification, alright? We have a bunch of different players going on right now. We have Rictavio, Van Richten, we have the mayor of Vallaki. What are we trying to do? Like, what is our goal here? What are we looking to accomplish?
Well, I think we'd like to remove the curse from the land. All the mist. People haven't seen the sun. They've been without the blessing of the Morning Lord's sun rays for so long.
Okay.
I think if we can remove Strahd, it would be a great thing for the land.
And we're hoping that Rictavio or Van Richten could help us in removing Strahd.
For the longest time, I haven't thought of Rictavio, but if they're the same person, then I suppose so.
Esmeralda might be able to recognize
True.
if Avio is this person.
True. I just want to make sure that we're not just wandering around without knowing what we're doing, getting caught up in things that don't concern us. But I understand
I think-
if Van Richten could help us with Strahd, then that makes sense to me.
Sort of sounds like that's exactly what we're doing.
I think that's what we've been doing since we arrived.
It's interesting that it looks like we've been to most of the interesting places on the map. By the way, I grabbed the map. But we haven't been here.
I think that I made a mental note that there was that might be where the Guild of Knights, or the Dragon House was. That was that castle. That it was to the south in the woods. I feel like I think I wrote that in. Hold on, I wrote
Yeah,
down
that
the
makes
name.
sense.
Oh crap! Hold on. My
And
notes.
there's also these-
Argon Vostholt, I believe I did say that to you guys.
Yeah, the Order of the Paladins, Argon Vostholt is. I think that was what I was trying to.
Somewhere south there, so
I just-
you could guess that's what it is.
I just think that if we're gonna go and spend our time, I don't know how we all have probably almost died many times. If we're gonna spend whatever little time we have and put ourselves in danger, we better have a good reason for doing what we're going to do. If it's not going to help us with Strahd, then we need to really have a good reason why we're doing it.
Well, I don't particularly have a great reason
we
of
do
fighting
need to find
Strahd,
weapons.
but
We need
but
weapons.
And I guess why are you here?
oh, well, I don't know why I'm here, but why? What I'm most mad about right now is the way the Baron rules the people of Vallaki, and that is where I want to go back to.
So when that's all done, are you going to leave? Are you done?
I don't think so. I don't know where my home is. I have some thing to figure out with that. I know that I've fought Strahd before. Maybe I just need to remember why.
You have to understand. I think that Strahd has things of great value and of great worth, and you never have to wonder why I'm here. That's why. I want things that will make us rich and wealthy. It's the rest of you that seem to be caught up in anything that comes our way. It's unpredictable. I don't know what you're going to do. Whereas with me, if there's something of worth or value, you know I'm going for it, and you can count on it. So I just need to know that we're not just getting ourselves killed because somebody thought it'd be a good idea with no reason why to do it.
All right, here's what we're here for. Stranger, he's still figuring out his life and purpose, and we're helping him. But it's a reciprocal relationship. Eli, he's expressed that he is grateful for the bringing him back to life thing that happens, and will follow generally what my goals are. And my goal is to get cool weapons and then kill Strahd with those cool weapons.
Eli doesn't say anything, but he looks a little shocked and confused. Actually, in fact, he says, "I thought we were even. Didn't I save your life?"
Oh yeah, we are even.
I'm here because I want to be rich and famous. And it seems like overthrowing a government or killing a tyrant would be an excellent way to earn some wealth and fame around here. But I do appreciate what you did for me, even though we're definitely even.
All right, so
You guys make your way
yeah, we'll go
to
back
Valaki.
to Valaki.
All right. You cross familiar crossroads, the Luna River crossroads. Now that as you approach Valaki, and the sign again says Kresk to the southwest. Kresk and Solenka Pass to the southwest, Lake Baratok to the northwest, which is not the way you guys came because it was a hard way to travel. You guys had been there before, and that's where you encountered the werewolves. Lake Baratok northwest, Valaki and Ravenloft to the northeast, and Berez, Berez, to the southeast. But you guys pick Valaki?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. The afternoon is getting it's getting a little darker with you guys were making really good time, but with the stop at Lake Baratok, fixing the cart and short rest there, it's late afternoon, but not quite evening. As you approach Valaki, similar sight to most of you. Mace, this is a first time for you. 15-foot high wall encloses this town. The vertical logs held together with thick ropes and mortar. Planted in the ground are these sturdy sets of iron gates with figures standing beside them on either side as you approach.
Before we fully enter, I want to turn to Eli and say, Eli, are we going in as us, as the heroes of Valaki, or do we need to disguise you, or Mace is unknown to them, but are
What do you think is the best way to enter? Because last time leaving was quite an ordeal.
Yeah, it's a good question. Are we worried about it? Do we want to recon it first, or do you think we would be all right? I don't know.
That's a good idea. Maybe you and Mace could sneak in there, see what the general vibe is.
I suppose you could ask about what the feeling of us is, and if it's safe, Lauren and I could follow.
That sounds like a reasonable idea.
How
Would-
far does your mind whispering work?
That's a good
120
question.
feet.
Doesn't go
I have-
through like a certain amount of stone, though.
I have the sending spell. So I can do that any distance. But yeah. I would need to I guess we could just wait an hour and do it. All right, well, 10 minutes. How long do you think you would need to poke around?
Not too long. If we could just find one of the guards and ask them about the heroes of Valaki, that might be enough, right? And he look.
Okay.
I'm gonna. What do you think, Mace?
So what I'm thinking is we want to do a little reconnaissance. We do the old we've heard tale of these heroes. We've come searching them out. I'll be your child. You be my parent. You ask. We'll try to find out what I guess the overall viewpoint of these heroes is. We'll learn they're not here. We'll go back to Lorin and the stranger. Tell them what we've learned, and then we can all approach back in once we've got a general readout, or we leave if it's not looking good for us.
Sounds like a plan.
Last question is: should we hide our wine out here in the forest, or do we risk taking it through the gates and having it checked out, or anything?
Do you think they would look at it?
We could
Maybe
hide.
not.
Yeah, we could hide the special line. We're worried.
What if I?
I'm sure the wine
What-
shipments are regular, but I just don't know if the guards take any tribute, or I don't know.
That's a good
What if I
point.
look like one of the people from the vineyard? It seems like that would calm their nerves.
Oh yeah, I like it. Can you
Okay.
disguise anyone else, or probably?
I could, if you wanted me to, I could try to.
Yeah. Yeah, let's all get a disguise. I don't know. What do you think about that, stranger?
I think I might be the hardest to disguise out of any of us.
That's a good point.
If the thoughts are positive about the heroes, we can all just walk in anyway.
True.
Yeah.
That's good. All right, yeah, you guys go. I don't know. If you want to take the wine, you can. Either way.
Let's just investigate for now. See what we hear. Or maybe it's an easy way to pass through. They wouldn't be suspicious of the wine delivery. In fact, they'd probably welcome it. That's a good cover.
But then, not to put a hitch in everything, what do we do with the horse and the cart once we've left the town?
Hmm?
I
Like
mean,
when we...
yeah, so if we go in disguised, you and me, as people from the winery, we deliver the shipment of wine, right? And then we leave?
We do leave. We could leave the horse and cart with the family in Milwaukee.
So then what happens to the will anybody care that the 2 winery people came in but never left? Or is that fine?
I think once we're inside, and we'll find out pretty quickly if what the opinions of the heroes of Valaki are, and then at that point we can either
Okay.
drop the wine off, or we can decide what to do from there.
Perfect. Yep. All right. That sounds good. Yep.
Okay, so Eli and Mace are riding the cart in.
And I will
To
try to
Valaki?
shape. Yeah, and I will try to shape change like to look like Davian, I guess.
Okay. And Mace looks like himself.
I'm gonna try to look like one of the kids.
Just like
unless you want
how?
me
How
to
do
just
you
look
try
like
to
me.
look like a kid?
I could try to use a disguise kit to give you a little pink cheeks or something.
Unless you want me to go in like me, that's fine. I have no problem.
Yeah,
with that.
you could just be a new worker at
Okay.
the.
Yeah. Perfect. Let's do that. Yeah. I'll just look normal.
Okay. You'll look normal. Okay, to remind you, basically anybody that's non-human is seen as outsiders to this world, and has seen some suspicion. Eli, you would have noticed that throughout as the stranger, and then even as Rictavio, people are like, that's a different dude.
And
Davian looks fundamentally human, right? He just has kind of feathers and
Yes.
stuff.
Yeah, he looks human, but Mace does not. Doesn't look like a. You could do a disguise kit to make him look like a child, or I'm just telling you the story. You would not think that's a very plausible story. Like there's a new person in Barovia that just wants to be a worker at Wizards Wine's Winery. They're
I
like
see.
adventurers, kind of. If that makes sense. It's not.
They're-
It
they're-
could be bought, but yeah, it's rare.
Sure.
Rictavio is the only non-human that you guys know in Barovia. Is that? I think that's right.
How about? Oh, I don't know. I could either make you invisible, or I could try to make you look like a kid, or I could make you look like a kid, and then if it doesn't work out, I could turn you invisible.
do the kid.
Well, in
Kids,
my
that's
in
not
my
true.
mind, I thought make me look like one of the children, and then we can figure it out from there. But I could just be somebody that just decided to go.
Maybe you
And
could just
work at
be
the
sleeping
winery.
on the. You could just be sleeping in the back of the thing or something, and Eli could do most of the talking.
It's a great idea.
Let me try to. I have some kind of thing for disguising people.
This guy's
Remember-
kit.
Well, I have like a thing. I have an advantage or something.
Oh.
Add proficiency bonus to any check used to create a visual disguise.
Okay.
So what would you like me to
roll-
roll?
I think it's performance with your proficiency.
And that already includes it, right?
If you are proficient in it, then yes.
Okay. All right. 21.
Yeah, you feel like you made some really good rosy cheeks on Mace and have pulled back the hair into what looks like more of a ponytail, and looks quite a bit like,
I'm a cute little girl.
yep, like Stefania. I think. It's
All right.
No, it's not Stefania. Yeah, one of the littler girls.
And I'll
Body,
transform to look like Davian and say, are you ready, Stefania? Are you ready, Stefania?
I'll just
That's how he talks, right?
I'll just like
Yeah,
pull
basically.
I'll pull some blankets up so you can just see like my hair my like little top of my head poking out, but like I'm asleep in the back.
Okay, sounds good.
And
All right, you ride in. Go ahead.
we're just probably to make sure the wine with that's poisoned is probably towards the bottom or towards the. It's not at the back.
Okay, like the middle. There's three, like 1, 2, 3 in placement. So is it the
Yeah.
middle one, the back one, or?
Yeah, probably the middle one.
Okay,
Just to make sure nobody sips it.
rotated so that the mark is. No, you made the mark on your own.
Not poison.
Hey. All right, you arrive at the gates and see a guard on the other side.
Hello there.
David,
Yes, hello.
I heard the winery might have had issues. I'm glad to see you back. And he begins opening the gate for you automatically.
Yeah, it's been quite the awful season. So difficult. We heard tell there was heroes around these parts. Is that true?
So make a performance check at advantage or deception, because you're and then we'll use that for the whole conversation. Pretty much.
Oh,
Golly.
rolls, but still plus 10.
15.
That's really
Yeah, there were some heroes here. They kind of come and go. One of them signed up for the service, being a guard, but haven't seen him in a minute.
What do you mean you haven't seen him if he's in the guard?
He ran off, might have died, something like that. First day, terrible at his job, just immediately ran into the woods and probably died. So
Sounds like a real jerk.
yeah. I mean, really, whole uniform wasted, really, on this guy. But the rest of them seem pretty good.
The Baron's not mad about it?
You know the Baron. That's all he
Yeah.
says.
Did they tell you when they'd come back? We could use some help out at the vineyard.
No, they, like I say, come and go.
Oh, well, well, try to keep an eye out for them, would you?
Will do. You do the same. Thanks for bringing the wine.
Hey, we're happy to. This is my innocuous granddaughter, by the way.
All right. Okay. Motions you to go on. You guys make it through. Mace, this is a new sight to you, this town. Eli, this is a sight that you definitely remember. Upon entering the gates, you see the empty streets of Vallaki. It's not evening yet, it's afternoon still, but the streets of Vallaki are typically quite bare, save for some guards here or there, or someone tending a garden that threatens to die at any moment due to the lack of sunlight here and life in general. The abandoned streets leave space for kind of familiar feelings of dread that wash over you as you recall some of your previous experiences here, Eli. You pass the empty church where Father Lucian Petrovic was killed, and recall the burial of Ismark, the brother of Irina, in the same graveyard. Flyers are again being distributed, nailed to dwellings and blowing the dirt on the dirt on the streets. You see that a small rectangular flyer. As you continue on, you can get to the Blue Water Inn, or wherever your intended destination is.
I would whisper to Mace. What do you think? Seems like it's pretty clear.
Seems good enough to me.
We just drop the wine off. I'll change back and go get him, or
Yeah, I mean,
should we? We could always park the cart and leave one of us here, and the other one goes back and gets him.
yeah, I think yeah, I don't know. I'm just trying to think how now we explain to the owner of the inn who we are. Do we just keep up our disguise the whole time, or?
I could just change back into Eli, I think.
But what do I do?
Hide.
Okay.
Very quietly.
All right, that sounds good. I'll try to hide
Or-
and try to. Do you think they'd give me a room?
I think they told us they would give us rooms. I could probably take one out
Okay.
and just
Well, I'm gonna
have you up there.
drop the disguise before we walk in. Then.
Sounds fair enough. So we're probably gonna look for like a back alley somewhere that we can, like somewhere we can pull the cart up and quickly get out of our disguises.
Yeah, you're able to do that.
And then we'll hit.
You're familiar enough with Vallaki to find a place.
And then we'll head towards the Blue Water Inn.
With the cart?
Yes, as Eli
Okay.
and Mace.
Yep, you take the cart with the horses to the inn. And you go inside and see it's not quite dinner and drinking time, so there's not a lot of people inside. But you do see Esmeralda sitting in one corner. Let me maybe take you guys to that. I don't have them set up here, but where is it? Blue Water Inn. This is kind of standard for when there's a lot of people around, but there's not, so I'll just move them out of the way. There are some patrons here or there. There are two kids kind of running around. Brom and Bray Mardukov are chasing each other throughout the kind of the halls. Few people sitting down to eat. Let's put Esmeralda is this one right here. I have another token for her, but I'm just not going to pull it out for right now. So Esmeralda's there. Erwin is at the front. And he's plating a steak to take to someone. Rictavio is not there.
Erwin! My friend!
Eli, you're back. How did it go?
How did what? Oh, your winery?
Yes, what was wrong?
I'm afraid that well, it's probably best to talk about it a
Yes.
little bit more discreetly.
You know what? Come on back around here, and he'll bring you to this new area. Oops, that's the wrong thing. It's kind of their personal kitchen and eating area for their family.
I'm afraid to tell you that the winery was overrun with some kind of Spriggan creatures, and they had all of those seeds. Do you know about the seeds?
I know about the seeds. How's my family? Are they alive?
The ones that I saw were. I don't know how many there are.
Danica
Davian was
joins
there.
For this conversation.
I just described to him variously kind of the people we saw.
Yeah, and he rattles off names to check, and everyone is alive.
So it was quite an ugly thing. We lost one of our people in the fight.
I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm really. That's terrible.
They died heroically, though, defending your family's vineyard.
There's nothing I can do, but thank you. I'm in your debt. The rooms are yours as long as you need them.
Is the Mace here with us?
I would be
yeah.
following, yeah.
Well,
Yes, and you are?
yeah, excuse me, this is my companion Mace.
I'm so sorry. Mace, Erwin Mardukov. Nice to meet you.
Pleasure.
Thank you for your help.
Mm-hmm.
Listen,
yes.
I need to group up with the rest of my friends. They're not here yet. We've brought you your shipment of wine. I believe we had spoken about payment for that, but there is a barrel in the middle which Davian promised to us. And it's incredibly important that no one touch or open that barrel. It's part of our payment.
Understood. Middle barrel is yours.
If you could move that up into a room for us, and I could go.
Same room. There's the 2 doubles, and then there's the one with 4. You were in the one with 4 beds before. I've saved it for you if you'd like to continue staying in there.
That sounds perfect. And
yes, I'll put it there.
What do you think?
Is there anything
Mace?
else I can do?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that sounds perfect.
All right. Well, thank you very much. A few people have been asking for you. There's a new lady in town, Esmeralda, was waiting for you to return, and Vasily, the rich man, wanted to know of when you would be returning as well. So just know they both are looking for you.
Is the Baron upset at all with what happened with our poor friend?
Oh yes, the friend. He wasn't happy with Wayne. But he's exacted his own revenge. So
what does that mean?
Well, if you had any kind thoughts about the coffin maker, I wouldn't walk past the town square. I'll say that.
It's good to know. I better go get our friends. Would you let Esmeralda know that we'll meet her in that room?
Payment!
Yes, also, there's the matter of payment.
Oh, yes, of course. And he rushes back and takes maybe a little bit too long, where you're like, is this really going to come back? And he does produce 400 gold. You can use it in whatever currency you'd like, but like, there's not just gold in there. There's silver, there's copper. Like, they dug up to try to find every coin that they could to give you this 400 gold.
Thank you. It means a lot.
Thank you. Our establishment can stay up and running. All we've been serving for the last day and a half is steak, no wine, and it's going to get to the people of Valaki, so there'll be a lot more cheery and happy faces now that they can drink away some sorrow.
Sounds like Davian has replanted one of the seeds, so hopefully you'll be seeing more of it.
That's excellent.
I think it was well worth it for you, too, to work with the heroes of Valaki.
Yes, it absolutely was, and if there's anything I can do for you, please let me know. The room is yours as long as you need it.
Thank you. Mace, do you want to come with me, or should I just run back out alone?
I'll stay here.
Shouldn't be too long.
Yeah.
I don't think.
Okay, I'll stay here.
Okay. Eli, You go as Eli to the gate?
No, I probably would just shape change to try and look like a random villager.
Okay. They, the same guy, Horace, will say, heading out. It's getting a little late.
It's just a quick errand. I'll be right back.
All right. Crazy old man. Man, is that what I'm assuming?
He's probably gonna think I'm dead because I'm not coming
Yeah,
back.
exactly. I was gonna say, you're dead.
Yeah, it's your funeral, and opens the gate for you.
They're gonna launch a search party. 3 people are gonna die. And yeah, I'll try and go back to the rest of the group.
Yep, you find the group. You can relay that it's safe to return. You guys all can come back if you'd like.
Yeah, let's go in.
Sorry that took so long. It looks like Esmeralda's waiting for us in the inn, and we've got payment.
Yep. You guys see kind of the same sights that I described before. Empty streets, familiar feelings as you pass those landmarks of the church and other place, the graveyard. Not great memories here in the town of Vallaki. You guys see a flyer kind of blows in front of you, if you'd like to grab it or not.
Yeah, I'll grab it. What's it say?
It is again for another upcoming festival. There's a black skull printed on the background of this flyer, and it says, "Come one, come all to the greatest celebration of the year, the Hallowed Eve Harvest. Attendants and children required. Masks and costumes preferred. All will be well." In between the teeth of this skull is a piece of candy.
Boils my blood. I'll give it to the stranger.
Hey, look! It just looks like that guy right there, and I point to the stranger.
It does bear a resemblance.
Yeah, keep walking.
Okay, you guys can make it to the inn. On your way, what do you think? I'm trying to decide how to give you these letters that you guys have in your possession.
I
now.
was muted. I was muted. Sorry, I was going to say something.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna like, the fact that I just paused everything to say this stupid thing. But anyway, I was just gonna say I didn't realize why no one could hear me. I was just thinking. Well, no one was by us in the streets. You said empty streets, right? So out loud, I would say at least this will give us. This might just give us a good opportunity to wear some costumes and get away with more mischief if everyone is disguised.
Masquerade.
I catch your drift.
Okay, that's all I had to say, and I'm sorry I paused everything to say it. So
That's great.
As
like
you
a plan.
begin to approach the ground floor of the Blue Water Inn, I gotta get the name of this person. I mean, only if you ask. But
Person, what's your name?
come on.
Hello, person approaching me.
Here we go. I found it. You see a man approach you. He's cloaked and looks shifty, and produces 5 envelopes without asking any questions, and begins to just hand them to you. Eli, Lorin, stranger, they are addressed to you with 2 others, one addressed to Mace and one addressed to Esmeralda. Uh,
Who?
and the person just hands them to you, begins to bow and leave.
Hold on. Who are you?
Yeah.
Ernst Larnack. I was told to deliver these. I was
Told
told
by
to say
who?
nothing else.
Told by who?
Not at liberty. And he walks away.
We're in front of the Blue Water Inn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Do these letters also have a return address of Strahd von Zervich on them?
Yeah, it's
Wow, I can't believe he lives in the United States.
I gotta go get mine.
Oh shoot. Edit that out of the
Yeah,
internet.
I'll edit it.
Okay, thanks.
But I won't edit us talking about editing it out.
Yeah, no, perfect. This will stay in. And you guys all have in your possession now the thing I actually sent you in real life. Actually,
hours and
the last
31
thing,
minutes.
Ernst will say it's meant for tomorrow night. That's all I know, and he'll walk away.
I will not attack him.
Very fancy.
Who gave them to you?
What was that?
I'm trying to chase Ernst out the door. Who gave them to you?
Ernst slips into an alleyway, and you lose Ernst.
If I go into the alleyway, do I see him?
Make a perception check.
Not good. Not a D201.
18.
Good check. You don't see him.
Huh. That's exactly what Eli says. And then I'll go back in, I guess.
Okay. You guys can meet up with Esmeralda, who has been instructed to go to the room with you, and she does so.
We start
Alright.
there next time. I know we just hit 5:30, and I don't know who needs to go.
I do need to go soon, at least.
Okay.
Do we start with the letters or end with the letters?
Up to you. You've got all five of you together now, and you all have a letter addressed to you, and are now in a room together.
Let's read the letters.
Let's do the
I was
letters.
gonna
If
say-
you want to open them.
I was gonna say wait, because it'll make it more spur of the moment next time.
No, I like cliffhangers. This will be a fun cliffhanger.
I'm good either way. Yeah, I don't know if I have
Okay.
a preference.
Yeah,
I gotta go
Brandon
grab
probably knows best which would be better.
Let's open them. So you see the crest of Strahd on the back. It doesn't have a return address, like mine did to you.
I had to ask that because I'm like, if this letter says Strahd in the top left corner, I'm gonna tackle that guy.
It did not. But the crest you would have, kind of seen as his.
I don't know how to open it without potentially ripping the letter.
We're all
That's the
doing
point
that
of
right
it.
now. We're all doing that right now.
I need a letter opener.
Wow.
Okay, I think I got it close.
How did you do this stamp?
Yeah, that's pretty good. Please don't rip. Please don't rip.
Do I open it all the way?
All right.
I've got the seal broken.
I got the stamp off.
So yeah, each of you have you all opened it at this point?
Uh-huh.
So you're able to read this note that says, "My friends, know that it is I who have brought you to this land, my home, and know that I alone can release you from it. I bid you dine at my castle, so that we can meet in civilized surroundings. Your passage here will be a safe one. Irina and I await your arrival. Your host, Strahd von Zervich."
Irina!
Oh.
That's where we'll end the session.
That's really
Alright.
cool.
That's cool. I like the picture in the bottom right too.
Wasn't
Did you
it?
actually get a candle, or did you get a wax heater thing?
Yeah, my wife already had one, and I bought the stamp for this.
That's cool.
It was like $3, well spent.
Yeah. I don't even know how
Who
you
was it
seal a
that
letter.
told us that Strahd had a friend or something? Someone I had forgotten. I feel like we had
saw like a
he-
vision or something, right, at a pool.
Well, that was
I
Strahd's
don't remember Strahd's
brother.
friend.
But Lorin saw the brother in the reflection.
Guys, maybe we need to get the bride corpse to Strahd so that he'll let Irina go.
Yep, good point.
I feel like if he has Irina right now, I like the idea. I'm not opposed to it, but I do feel like if he has Irina now, he's not going to be like, oh, well, this
Oh,
corpse over here that's all sewed up is a lot better.
this I'm gonna get rid of. Oh, Irina, you are hideous comparatively.
But if you were gonna,
What-
he might take that as insulting. But if you were gonna try and barter with him, you definitely want to bring something like that.
Yeah.
The gruesome route wasn't it that I can't remember the cleric's name, but he said he couldn't quite get the face right, and I was thinking of doing like a skin Irina's face off and
perfect.
give it.
Perfect. That will work.
That'll work.
But
Yeah.
no, what I was really hoping we could do is take Irina to that pool to talk to Strahd's brother, but now she's captured.
Still can.
Oh well.
What were you asking about Strahd's friend? I don't remember.
I don't remember Strahd's friend.
Maybe it was the last time we played and Strahd was there, and he, for some reason, I felt like we had thought, oh my gosh, does he have Irina? But I can't remember why we thought that.
Yeah, he did allude that someone from your past was there and in the
Okay.
castle when he saw you.
And we were hoping it wasn't Irina, but we also
Oh,
couldn't
that's
think of
right.
a better person that he
You
would
thought
have.
it might have been
That's
Wayne.
right. I remember that.
Oh yeah, we thought maybe it's Wayne.
Yes, he did. That's right. He
Right.
did allude to having somebody. He was like, "There's
It's
somebody
more likely.
you'd be interested to meet," or something like that.
It's probably Irina.
That's right. Or maybe it's
Could
both
be
of them.
Wayne. Yeah. It would be funny if it was Wayne.
Wayne dressed up as Irina. I have Irina.
Well, I gotta go.
Nice.
Thanks, Brandon.
Yeah, thanks. Good
Yeah, it
to
was
play
cool.
again.
Cool to get
as
back
well.
in a session. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good to be back.
It was weird to not speak with a German accent the whole time.
Nice. You can go back to doing that now, just in your normal free time.
When watching a Bug's Life and the caterpillar speaks, I just heard Fritz the whole time.
Yeah, I was
Actually,
thinking about
yeah.
that too.
That's awesome.
I actually listened to that podcast too, and that was really cool.